Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie. Defeats a disorganized truth every time. Whoa, wait, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I come to do what I got to do. And I'm going to do what I got to do. Standing tall, standing strong. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Bobby banging this bitch, man. uh, 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 Running a little late, man. The crew, we was mixing it up, chopping it up, man, having fun, man. You know, with close, tight-knit families do. Throwing a couple extra bars in there, having fun, man. You know what I mean? Just having some time in the server, man, mixing it in, enjoying ourselves, man. I see you, Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? What's good and what it do, Pseudo killer all day long. I said Black Panther going in again. You don't know about that line, yo. That's in the song, yo. You ain't even heard it. You missed it, shouty. Black Panther going again. It's because you always dead, yo. You got our back, yo. Good juju, bad juju. Brr, brr, shooting them up. Protected by the Black Widow. Y'all know what it is, man. Big up the Miss Tiff, man. Man, we got the Warrior Supreme in the building, man. Said to go take your man. Yeah. Man, let's do this right here first, man. Y'all see on the screen, man, y'all got to go ahead and support the debates, man. Yeah, man, be there tomorrow. That's going to be good. Right? I know from what I know, it's the first time they going into the real ring, yo. And I just want to, for me, I be seeing, how everybody, handle their anxiousness, their nervousness, you know what I'm saying? How they flow is, how they deliver what they doing, how concise they is, man. I'm always looking for that in these debates, man. Who teaching and who trying to win? Trying to win, you be making up all kind of shit. If you teaching, yo, you confident what you doing, right? And you moving the crowd, man. Was Jesus a fraud, man, or a lie? That's just a wild title, man. I swear it is, yo. All day, man. All right. That's the mar. Then you got this one right here. That's gonna be a tie. It's the first time Chief X been in that big ring. The ring gonna be too big for him. Maybe Shorty, you know what I'm saying? Since this is first time debating in this type of level, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the jitters will get to him. You know what I'm saying? No, Chief X, yo, I'm gonna help you out, Chief X. Don't sip too hard, yo. Find a medium. Find a medium. Find your sweet spot. A God energy. Throw away some of your biases. Yeah, do that. If you dive in there with black algae, yo, he's gonna smell it. You gotta hide your black algae in there, man. Man, black or Negro? We're the Moors that conquered Spain, black or Negro. That's a real easy topic. So now it's gonna be who actually present their argument, man. That's on April 4th, man. Then we got this one right here. Easy Bands is wild. Sekou Killer is on. Yo, he just moving up. And I like to see his development, man. I like when human beings develop, man. I think that's important and healthy, man. Develop to something that's real positive and giving them, the power to actually help people, man. I think that's big, man. So yeah, Sekou gotta come out smoking. And don't let them come out for air. So he a KG veteran. He been in it. He been in it a couple times, man. Right there. Easy bands. He think he can come out there with that. Nah, a little bit different. He gonna have his shake show. Is how do we handle that first round, that second round? How long is it gonna take him to settle down? 20 beans, able to 12th, man. So yeah, man, I'm sit back kicking, man, and I'm saying, man, look, I don't know why people don't realize that this is our business. This is what we do, right? We put pseudos on a clock. I mean, like, seriously, yo. This is what we do. We put everybody in a position where what you set out your mouth, now the clock is ticking. And I don't know why they don't know. That's essentially what we do. They open their mouth reckless, right? In the middle of us teaching. Whether it's sad talk, whether it's Galaxy and Beyond, community skeptics, man, or straight up pseudo killers, live. You know what I'm saying? People always throw their hat in the ring. And I'm saying, huh? Man, y'all mess with our business model, man. Cause we ain't really trying to just jump on people like that. Yo, not unless you Tariq Nasheed. Yeah, because he get millions. And the best thing he can think about it is to pseudo-rise it. So he the top, he the big fish. So you gotta get him. But the outskirts, man, they be messing with our business model, man. We ain't trying to mess with them, man. And then they get mad when we come back with vigor and strength and authority and accuracy. In every round, the rope tighten. Because we hear what you're saying and we make adjustments, making it accurate and more accurate. Basic knowledge and wisdom. So, we at the crossroad with this science thing and this ancient population thing, and they didn't tricking the trade, man. Man, let them know, yo. Let them know we're coming, man.
Protected by the Black Widow. Good juju, bad juju. Let them niggas know I'm coming. Y'all niggas summoning the demons, but I'm the demon that's coming. Good demon time. Good juju, bad juju. I'm God killer and I'm the one gunning. Top flight number 1. Now look, I'm standing at the junction. Good juju, where knowledge and reality function. Facts. Now see that flame done came. Boom. And now y'all bitches running. Let them niggas know I'm coming. Let them niggas know I'm coming. Y'all niggas summon the demons, but I'm the demon that's coming. I'm God killer, and I'm the one gunning. Top flight number 1. Now see that flame done came. And now y'all bitches running. All y'all life you been sitting on the benches. 2 dimensions, cap. Bitch, I avoid the trenches. I'm a home run over the fences. You say you study, that's cap. I stay with the heat, and that's a fact. Volcanoes and earthquakes, we make it shake. Wild ass niggas, you shameless. Keep talking bad, I make you famous. Good juju, bad juju. Protected by the Black Widow. Let them niggas know I'm coming. Y'all niggas summoning the demon, but I'm the demon that's coming. I'm God killer, and I'm the one gunning. Top flight number 1, yeah. Now see that flame done came. Boom. And now y'all bitches running. Good juju, bad juju. God killer, and I'm the one gunning. Volcanoes and earthquakes, we make it shake. Let them niggas know I'm coming. I'm the demon that's coming. Protected by the Black juju, bad juju.
Man, y'all niggas summoning the demons, but I'm the demon coming. When the flames come out, y'all bitches be running. I'm the one gunning, swinging for the fences. I'm a home run. Man, what y'all talking about, man? Yeah, that's how we do that, yo. That's how we do that, man. Man, what's good, family, man? Y'all know how we doing it, man. Appreciating everybody, man. And, man, it's that Friday show, man. That Friday show, man. Yeah, we was kicking in the server, man. Y'all join the server, man. Y'all want some good science talk, good reality check, man. A little bounce back and forth, man. Yeah, we got it, man. A little hip hop sometime. You know what I'm saying? A little this, a little that. Yeah, it's cracking up in that server, man. You can get a good conversation in there, yeah, without the bullshit. You know what I mean? I think we got a nice flavor going. Seriously, man. And they keep messing with us. Why don't they know we coming? Juju, ask them. Let them know. They know we coming. You know, them flames. You know, like the knowledge is the flames. Or like when you shoot a gun, yo, you see flames. When niggas see them flames, niggas is running. Yeah, we gunning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we skipping the trenches. You know what I'm saying? We swinging for the fences. Oh, man. So, we got you tomorrow, Reggie. We gave you a reprieve for the day. I know you shaking in your boots. But there's some fundamental things, and I just refuse to argue. Okay? I done dropped that link early. Give me your best shot. Because I'm saying pseudos don't recognize it. They in the age of science. They're in the age of science, man. They don't realize that. That everything they can throw at us, we got an answer for it. Seriously. Got an answer for that. All the name calling, the dabbity dap dap dabbity dap dap dabbity. At the end of the day, the rubber has to meet the road. So, complete high school study guide. You know what I mean? Think you know everything. Man, I thought y'all went to school. I'm giving y'all high school knowledge. Since most y'all who fighting crazy didn't even finish high school. IFA, flunked out. Right? Get this, yo. It talks about biology for all y'all shaky on evolution. It talks about phenotypes. It talks about specimens. It talks about the stuff y'all be arguing against, man. Reggie, it's gonna be hard to talk to you, yo, when you can't even make the determination between technology and science. It's gonna be hard to talk to any of y'all that can't do that, man. Get a basic high school textbook, man. Get a basic book of high school knowledge, yo. That's why they call it STEAM, man. Science, technology, engineering, and math. They're separate. Man, yo, we should is it only in the college community that we argue that? This is absurd. Shouldn't have to. I'm a coon because I'm teaching STEM and I know the difference. I'm a coon because I recognize that y'all don't remember John Henry Clark and them trying to say, yo, like they used to say shit like Europeans, they was always in a state of war, so they couldn't develop knowledge. True or false, whether it's right or not, or some super flavor pseudo. They was basically saying, yo, if you're in influx, you're not going to be able to produce new things. Like right now, you think Iran, why they getting bombed, yo, is over there developing technology, yo, they ducking. Them flames is coming. They running, right? Do you think Africans was producing a lot of technology and science in the midst of them being enslaved, or in the midst of them fighting wars? Africa was in a state of war. Y'all grasping for things that's not even there. It's not even available yet. You know, you trying to figure out where the hell you going at, man. He running from the raids, you know what I'm saying? Different polities within Africa fighting against each other. Colonial forces are causing, you know, they like the elixir. They causing a lot of dysfunction, man. Come on, yo. Like, you got to know where you at. That's what I'm saying. Know where you at. We use science literacy, right? To extract our history properly so we know where we at. Y'all don't know where the hell y'all at. That's the problem. Y'all think y'all floating on the Nile River somewhere. That's the problem. You don't know where you at. Where was your people at during the Neolithic Revolution? What is the Neolithic Revolution? See? What is a hunter-gatherer tribe? What does that mean? Can you grab a book and access hunter-gatherer tribes or access their tools? See, I've been teaching that before y'all even recognize about the Sahara and all that. You know how long I've been talking about the Green Sahara and the people in it? And the harpoons. That's why you think I always talk about the harpoons. You know what I'm saying? Fish hooks. What you think a harpoon is? It's a tool to kill animals. You got crocodiles, you got hippopotamus, right? You got eat, right? You got fishing hooks. That's why I always talk about different tool assemblages. Y'all ain't hear me talking about no damn science is 77,000 years ago. I talked about Pinnacle Point. I talked about 170,000 years ago, 180,000. I talked about 80,000 years ago, controlled use of fire. I talked about iron ochre, right? Kind of heating up the rocks, right? So they easily can be manipulated into different tools. I talked about that. Y'all ain't hear me say they was practicing science. Y'all ain't never heard me say that, man. Because I understood the environment, right, require them to have technologies to survive, right? They need shelter, they need clothing, they need technologies that would make that easier for them. They're hunting their food, they're hunting and gathering. I wonder if I could find that little thing, yo, that I kind of, let me see. Do I got that? Let me see here. Think I could pull something real fast for y'all, so y'all could kind of get a little idea, And I dropped that link, man. Y'all jump on this motherfucker, man. Let me see. Let me see. Give me something. I think I might have something here. Real like a science and technology thing, like a. Let me see here. Scientific literacy presentation. Shit. Damn, I don't think that's it. Damn. I wanted to show you one that I thought when I stop in the university, and talk to the college students, man. Shoot. Where is that at, man? Did I drop? I hope I dropped the link for y'all, man. Let me see here, man. Damn. Probably have to get that off my thing. I don't know why. I wonder why it's not here. I got so many daggone presentations, man. Shoot. African STEM? Mm-mm. Anyway, let me see if y'all want to get up here, man. I ain't even looking at chat. Need somebody talk. Crazy, man. Let me see. Hold on. The hell is Sunchild doing in there? What? You talking about the spirits? No. Be quiet. Ancient Africans created alloys. Is that they didn't create alloys? You know what an alloy is, right? Later on, you know what I mean? The iron, not the copper age, they did like brass is an alloy, right? That still ain't science. What's going on, Cedric?
What it do, God killer?
They act
What
like
a
you don't know what an
tangle.
alloy is, yo. We
What a
tripping, yo.
tangle.
Lining two things together make an alloy, yo. They think, you know what I mean? Like an alloy is not it's not an element. It's a mixture. It's an alloy. That's not science, though.
No, it's a mixture of two metals.
Two metals.
We have copper and tin. That creates brass.
Kind of make brass, right?
Yeah. You have nickel and tin. Nickel and zinc produces another thing. But that's alloy. So that's just mixing of metals.
Yeah, that's not science, so. Y'all trying though. I ain't mad at you. I get it, yo. Now I get it, Cedric. It's just that we going over their heads.
Once you have the technical ability to achieve the temperatures required for these metals to melt, then they are easily fused. But that is a technological and an engineering achievement. It requires no science to achieve that feat. Taking it all away from y'all. Y'all had no science, period.
Yeah.
How about
that? None of them.
None.
Not the Greeks, not the Romans, none of them.
None of them. No.
So now let's equal it up. Let's level the playing field. Everybody stop playing, yo.
Yeah, they ain't no science. If you think didn't have no knowledge, I'm gonna put you to the back of the class. You're not ready for the conversation. The nuances required to have this conversation, you have not efficiently matured or maturated in the material to have the conversation. So dudes like Reggie that can't distinguish technology from science needs to go to the back of the class.
Yeah, we can't. It take the fun away from it. You know what I'm saying, yo? It take the fun out of it, yo. We can't argue that. We can't even move forward in teaching. We stopping off arguing, and people don't know the difference between science and technology and engineering. Now I wrote a paper. It's STEAM: science, technology, engineering, and math, yo.
Why would that be an acronym?
I don't know.
In one of the pseudos or the expert, Reggie, your expertise, explain to us why would that acronym be a thing? Why would you have science, technology, engineering, math, and now also art added? That will be a whole different conversation. Then you would actually understand why that STEAM is relevant. Those are the building blocks of modern society. But the question is, Reggie, why the algorithm? Why the breakdown? Why the acronym? If they're all one thing, why would you have an acronym? See, y'all don't realize
what an acronym is.
Or the consequences of the stupidity that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
They have their kind of science. What does that mean, Reggie? The ancient Egyptians had their form of cars.
Oh man.
Yes, Reggie, I was absolutely correct when I used the word paradigm shift. It requires a paradigm shift, a change in thinking, a different way of operating because of a discovery or a different understanding, Reggie. Reggie, I speak 4 different languages and I write 4 different languages. I speak about 2 more. So don't ever do that, Reggie. We've let you run free long enough. It's time you get put to rest, out to
Yeah,
pasture.
yeah, you got it. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you.
I stepped on that platform with an article to think that I could have a coherent, honest conversation with someone in the community that actually has a degree that can understand the nuances in this discussion. Reggie was so infantile, so immature. Look, it says it there in the title. African science, a pseudo dies at its own source. So from now on, when I call you a film famming scammer, do not take it in offense, Reggie, because you called me a pseudo. And I take that to the highest offense, but I'm not gonna get upset. I just shoot back. And my guns are bigger because I'm badder.
ah, oh, you funny.
I'll boy you for the rest of and anytime I see you,
That
Reggie, I'll little boy you.
you hit him with that. Oh man, you got him on the little boy Pete.
Yeah,
Blow
he's
your
a little boy. He's a little boy. This little boy don't know the distinction between science and
Oh
technology,
wow.
let alone that little boy can distinguish between the noun, science, knowledge, and the verb, modern science. This little boy taking the little kids and confusing them because he presents himself as an authority when he has an engineering degree and he can't even have a discussion about the real sciences. No chemistry, no biology, no biochemistry. And you want to play an authority, Reggie, around who? Don't talk about writing laws, Reggie. And my
Mm,
names are actually on laws that save people lives. Don't go there. So in terms of that equation, Reggie, you're a little boy to me, period. I ain't sit at nobody's feet. I was the man, always been. Since we're going to do it like that, Reggie, I've never been a little boy. I was middle management and upper management from the time I stepped out of school. I gave orders from the time I started working, Reggie. See, if you want to get real, Reggie, the moment you disrespected me like that, Reggie, it's on.
mm,
Now I'm going
mm,
to expose you. You can't even understand the skin map. Every
mm.
time we have a discussion, you're on the wrong side of it. You're pseudo. Your ideology clouds your judgment, and your emotions make you not relevant in any scientific and any grown man discussion. Sit down, step away, go take people to the museum. Reggie, get out of the streets.
Mm,
Stay
mm.
out of my way, little boy.
Oh, y'all on beef yacht now. Y'all beefing.
Yeah, we straight up war. It ain't no beef. I'm
Mm,
putting
mm.
belt to ass on that little boy. Which beef is fight? It's abuse.
Mm, mm.
I'm a ragdoll him and abuse him from now on. Always pulling rank when he has no rank to pull. Your MS-DOS degree, you wouldn't even be able to figure out your way around a basic coding program right now, Reggie. Stop it. You're a relic. Let's get serious about it. Since you want to play that game, Reggie, it says it right there in the title. A pseudo dies at its source, and you're beating on your chest, fooling the people, keeping them ignorant. I bet you that's not the type of information you put around your family. Because that's what I would never do that to my own family. So I wouldn't do it to the community.
Really
Reggie.
serious when it comes to his family, yo. Yeah, he said I never called you Kudo, but I'm not respecting you. You a clown image me over information. What? He went for the fake out. He went for the
I,
fake by me no pun.
Reggie, you do not get to decide how someone retaliates. But the moment you cross that line, I come from the hurricane zone. I only know one speed to go full force. So don't cry now. I'm going to beat the shit out of you, little boy. If you don't know what the difference between science and technology, go and sit at the back of the class. Son,
Yeah. That's an issue for me. That's really an issue for me. Like, I can sidestep stuff. You know what I mean? Reggie, we in Benji Museum, yo. He do a great job, yo. And it was and for me, yo. I thought you was playing, yo, the other day. Like I'm saying is normally I try to step up and defend you, right? But the very essence of this conversation, the very foundation that the conversation actually stands on, right? Or, you know what I'm saying that mode, right? That you will comprehend and learn. The foundation is STEAM or STEM, right? And knowing the difference of the categories. Like for you to understand this conversation, that's what it is, right? You know, science, technology, engineering, and math. That's high school, yo. That's high school, right? So the skin map thing, I figure you playing. The vaccine thing, I'm like, that's dangerous. Yeah, I'm like, but it's always like I'm gonna jump out there and go against Unc and them on ridiculous stuff. Yeah, it's not a now the Black Egypt thing and all that, right? You was in your lane and you turned the car over, then you did the Black Bull kind of backstep the racial construct. You fought that and got that fine. You wrote an article, bad, the Black Bull, and we still trying to figure out all right, no issue, bet, bro. That's what you do. You better than this in the Egypt thing. You can, yeah, but you was horrible in the evolutionary piece of it. But I wasn't tripping. I was like, the skin mat thing was horrid. I was like, oh, I'm thinking you plan, you try to figure out a way to make it seem like we skin mappers. You call it skinheads or whatever. And I never took it personal, bro. I was just trying to figure out why the jump, why are you going against science so much? I figured, well, you got white people, the people you hung around. That was the whole thing, yo. You was around some older people, Reggie, Dr. Bennett, all them, and they was in their revolutionary thing, and maybe you hadn't you ain't cleared all it out your head. So I was like, that. But when you swing for the fences and pronounce that you're the only one that could talk about science because you have a bachelor's in science, I said he got to be tripping. He doesn't mean that, does he? And then when you correctly say, well, I have a degree in STEM, engineering, computer engineering, I was like, you're right. But you overemphasize the bachelor in science. Nobody says that. That doesn't mean it's a degree in science, though. Doesn't mean that. It's just a bachelor of science. You can look that up. That was a red flag. I said, are you playing? That's cool because we're in the heat. But then when you couldn't make the very foundational understanding that the foundation of the conversation was technology and the separation of technology from science, I said, we got a damn problem. You know what I mean? Like, we supposed to do good jobs, me and you. I'm talking about me. I don't know with Cedric, you and going through it, right? That. But me and you, yo, we at the point where, you supposed to be taking your seat at the top, bro. Yo, you next up. Not me, you. Not me. Yo, you sat with them. You say the gods. You sat with the gods. You ate with the gods. You know what I'm saying? You made sure the guards were safe. You seen their libraries. You touched their books. You read for them. Yeah, yeah. That's your moment. Yeah, you supposed to take the motherfucking torch. You don't gotta give you that. Take that shit. Yeah, you deserve that. So I'm trying to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to learn from you, but I realize you don't understand the subject. And I don't know what it is you want me to say or how, what I supposed to do. I'm saying, Reggie, you got great. You're a computer engineer. Either you just forgot, you playing, right? You scamming, or you trying to show to the youngins, yo, this I can get down. I'm confused. Listen, y'all, seriously, yo, and I ain't being funny, yo. Reggie, that's one mistake Reggie ain't supposed to make, yo. Because ain't no coming back from that. I can't even help him. Because a 2-year-old can look that up. There's a distinct difference between science, engineering, math, and technology. I swear to goodness, yo. Right? And if your study patterns is on, right, you supposed to know what humans needed to employ first. And you supposed to know the reasoning behind why those things were applicable. Hope I said that right.
Yes.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
mean you talk about Egypt, you talk about they came out of the South, but basic anthropology, basic anthropology, you don't understand. You don't understand that technology comes way before anything else. You were the one that's saying science, the science of fire,
That's
the
me.
science of cooking.
That's right.
You were actually supporting those narratives. So, eh, eh, confusing the conversation. I mean, for the babies, you know, when everybody's having these wild conversations, I expect you, Reggie, to slow it down. Listen, come on.
Yeah, they
When
told
these
me.
when these historians are talking about science, they are actually talking about the body of knowledge that these people
Yeah,
have. Science is being used very broadly, ladies and gentlemen. As a as someone that has a degree in science, let's slow the conversation down.
yeah,
My degree is computer science. That means computer knowledge, but it's actually engineering. You see how the word is being used? You would have had some integrity, but I said it and I made this quote based on how I watch Reggie operate. Your ideology is always going to hamper your honesty when you come to academia and information. Your ideology clouds you so much that you're so emotionally involved. When we talk
that's what
about
it is.
the feats of empiricism of the ancient, you talk about relegating. That's your emotions. That's telling me you're not ready to have these grown up conversations.
Yeah,
What's up? What's up, Sad? Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, you clear as day, Savior. What's it? What to do?
What's up? I was just because I've been listening, and it seems like they want to give. I don't know, and I could be wrong, but I want to ask the question: are they trying to force a reality into a world that reality didn't exist in?
Yes, post
yeah, yeah.
anachronism and post rationalization, confusing the conversation on purpose.
So
Man, let
when
me
they
see.
so when they use words like science,
Yeah, you can't. It's
they're
not.
they're actually misusing the word to muddy the water.
Exactly.
When the
I don't.
people
I'm not
actually just
sure.
using the
I
technology.
you know what? I'm not sure. I could see how you get mixed up because you read material and say they science and all that. So I could see the confusion there. It's our job to you know unravel the confusion. But I wanna. I'm saying Reggie though. This listen, man. The whole they come from the south, all that, whatever, bro. Right? Whatever floats your boat, man. But I am telling you, the fundamental understanding of this conversation hinges on us understanding when humans start to do certain things, yo. Like like I forgot who it was. Start talking about. They was doing abstract thinking. He say abstract thinking, 11,000 years with the daggone baboon bone. I say, yo, come on, man. That's not science. I say, yo, they got the archaeological site BB13B. I said it's Pinnacle Point. This is on Glacial Stage 6, where they recognize that humans, based off of the manipulation of iron ochre, you know what I'm saying, had abstract thought. I said, you're not telling me anything, right? And I understand it. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? Homo erectus, old gorge, 3 million, 3.5 million, 2 million, right? Tools. This is before Homo sapiens sapien. Like, I understand, this is what I do. Like, if I don't do nothing else, yo, I've been talking to y'all for 20 years about some damn toolless images. This is what I do in pottery. It's a craft. It's technology. I said it's the most. I said the women did it. The women created one of the most groundbreaking technology of that time. Remember, y'all heard me say, yo, it's like I can't even put it up against them at this point because
Nope.
it's a game changer. It flips it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it actually flips the whole society over because they be like, oh shit, we can cover up the food.
Yeah, we can store.
We can store the food now. You mean the insects ain't eating all up our time? We ain't got to hold on to everything while we try to sleep, dude. This is and I understand. I understand what technology means. I'm gonna put some of this on my shoulder, man. We talk so much about science, man. I didn't know the job was going to become practice scientism. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that y'all didn't know that humans didn't practice science for damn near 350,000 years. I didn't know. Y'all ain't know that. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I swear, yo. Reggie, hold on, I'm going to shut up. Reggie, why even have the conversation if you wasn't clear on the difference between what the pyramids represented, what pottery represent, what the wheel represent, with microliths. Listen, watch how I do it. Microliths. Y'all know what a microlith is? It's a little small bladelet, yo.
Yeah.
And that's really at the foundation of ancient Kemet. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they was the ones that could actually produce these things, yo, and sell them abroad, right? This before they was farming, and they could get a surplus of money, yo. Now when you got surplus, right? You moving. You can count. Early trading seals wasn't religious text, yo. It was,
counting.
Counting.
Yeah. So you don't need to read and write to know how to count.
I think they put it together, Cedric. Cedric, this man don't know the difference between technology. And then he realized he was fucking it up because he was like, well, we trying to act like it's not science. We ain't got to act like nothing. It's just technology. But the reasoning behind the technology is what a good teacher can understand and convey to the people. What's the reasoning behind science, Cedric? Seriously, what's the reason behind science, bro?
We wanted, but we were comfortable. We were cool. We were at a point that we could slow the conversation down and start to ask the why without interjection of the supernatural. That's when we started to do science.
It's something different, yo. It's complicated. That's why most people don't never get it. And I ain't saying we do the best job of translating it because we knew we fresh. We fighting. In the middle of a whole bunch of arguing. We had a great conversation today because wasn't nobody arguing and fighting, and we could kind of hash things out. But yo, y'all cannot listen to a person up here in these YouTube streets, yo. They can't make a determination between the word science, which clearly means knowledge, right? And the thing that became science that doesn't pop up out of nowhere.
No, it does.
It's a cumulative. Remember, I kept saying the word. It's a cumulative.
Yeah, cumulative. You needed all that information gathered from around the world. The one common denominator was all of these things were laden with the religious thought, with the cultural container. You
That's
needed
right.
to take that away to make it reproducible.
I
And that is why science is what it is, because it works, because it's outside of your cultural container and you can understand nature without that baggage.
You know what? And when you was speaking up, I was thinking. It got me to thinking about, and when you think speaking on the accumulation of how science came together. It's like the majority of these fields came together later, like psychology. The field of psychology wasn't fully established until like the 1950s or something like
man, yeah,
Start the
yo.
cap.
I want to make a point about arithmetic.
that. Look it up, Madonna.
Hey, Madonna, say it again. Go ahead, yo. Say that. Say
Man,
that. Say it
stop
Look
like
the
it
you
up.
cap. What is
Look it
his
up.
name?
say
All,
stop the cat.
all you have to do is look it up.
Sabio. No, that was cap, man. But yeah, salute,
Look
What
it
up?
up.
What up, everybody? Peace to y'all,
Look
brothers,
it
on
up.
this Friday.
Hey, yo, you funny. That's how my son said. He like, stop the cap. Yeah,
I
it
want
like
All
to
you have
make,
to do.
stun you. It
All
stun
you
I
you.
have
want
to.
to,
Stop the
I want to
cap.
make one point.
One thing I don't do. One thing I don't do like you,
Oh,
Madonna,
no, you
is
on here,
speak on
cap? He
things.
just ain't gonna tell you.
Hey. The one thing I don't do like you, Madonna, is speak on things I haven't actually sat up in classrooms and studied. No,
Stop the
look it
cap.
up.
Oh, it's just so
So I
crazy.
want to make one point about arithmetic, right? Because every time they're having this conversation
Started the
again,
bone. Where's
they
the bone?
use these bones and
I started the bone. I'm
they start
sorry.
to talk about math. Listen, that's arithmetic. And if a 2-year old or 3-year old can count, right,
Started
it's the first thing that we learn to do. That is the first thing humans learn to do is to count. You can go your whole life without reading or writing and can count the hell out of numbers.
tired of the bones.
So, what are you saying, Cedric? That
What I said, a 2-year old starts to count. One, two, three. That's the first thing of our logic. So when we look back 11, 20, 30,000 years ago, man, before Homo sapiens sapien was here, Homo erectus could count. He knew one or two. He could distinguish that's one and that's more than that. That is more than that one. That was the first thing any rational thinking person could figure out. Animals understand quantities.
Yep, yep.
But when we overemphasize these things, we are overemphasizing certain things and then minimizing other aspects. Empiricism. Without empiricism, we do not exist. If every generation had to learn which herbs, which fruit, which animals, which season over and over again, we would have remained 20, 30,000 people on the continent in little groups. We would have never grown. We would have never expanded. We would have never gotten to the point that we had a library of information, empirical information over thousands of years, where we could have now reached to the place that we could apply this quote unquote shift in mental thinking, this shift in a different approach to all the data, to all that empiricism, and develop science. So we
But
never
see,
undermine empiricism. Without it, we don't have humanity. You cannot get around that, but it
so
doesn't mean or
so
equate
who
to.
you think was the first scientist on
No,
Earth?
man, we're not doing that, man. Come on, yo.
I'm just
wow.
entertaining his conversation.
You gotta get out the listen. Look, yo, start with the first, yo. The first is ridiculous. Who knows? Who the hell know who the first scientist
Who
was?
knows? A cumulative process of
Yeah,
Or
one
I'll
person.
say civilization. Was that a better word?
that's two separate things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
civilization.
a Muslim is different from a Christian. Go ahead.
I would say civilization can be hunter gatherer group. Civilization, Koi sign. That's civilization.
No, I was saying that was like practicing what we would call consider science, because
Hey,
from what
man,
I've heard, science means the study of the unknown and the mysterious. So to understand
What?
that, you have to figure it out, right? So that's
You made
what
that up.
Einstein said. Einstein said science is to study the unknown and the mysterious, and that's what we've been doing. We study it, we figured it out, and now we know how things operate.
Let me share my screen. I don't know
Period.
what you're talking about, man.
Nature.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Period.
You having fun. Don't worry about it. That's the fun part of what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just hey yo, what you want me to say today, yo? The study the unknown and the mystery. Yeah, that's slick.
Stop
If
the
that,
cat.
I
if
got
that,
that
Stop
from
the cat.
I got it from Einstein, but I got it from Einstein. That's what
Stop the
Einstein said
cat.
out of his own words,
The cat.
if
out of
that's
his
the
own
case,
mouth. Einstein said science is the study of the unknown and mysterious.
Yeah, you got
well,
to
that, well,
see.
that, if that's the case in the broad view of practical science and practical knowledge, that started with early apes.
Right. Right. You want to do that? You want to play it that way? If we doing it that way, we need to play it that way then.
Hey, listen, I told you already. Since chimpanzees have stone tools, and stone tools, according to Reggie, is science. Hey, draw your own conclusions.
Look, man.
Now the chimpanzees are doing science, according to Reggie.
So you know we
Wow.
got to work on this, right? This the bone they talking about. Engraved baboon femur from Border Cave, South Africa. All right? That's it. And it's science, they say. Crazy. Okay? And man, listen, for that time period, yo, this that shit right here, yo. Right? You gotta measure it up. What's going on in that time period. All right. Let me see. Artifact, which hints at timekeeping, began to appear around 40,000 years ago as species of inscribed bones. Pieces. Okay, let me get this right. Pieces of inscribed bones. Lunar timekeeping is suspected whenever the incisions total 28 to 32 in number, or are organized into groups in this range as it corresponds to the moon's observed, what's this, periodicity, am I saying it right? Periodicity. Damn.
Periodicity. Yep.
Periodicity?
Periodicity. Yep. Yep.
Well,
That's it.
I got it. I said it right. What the fuck? The periods, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
the
quantity of character of
Yeah.
living,
So
like
how
the
many?
periodic. Okay, all right. But
periodic.
this,
So
yeah, but see,
yeah.
but hold on, let me say this. If y'all reading something like this, yo, you get the pronouncement right and look this shit up, yo. There's actually nothing wrong with that. It help you understand what you're reading.
Yep.
Serious,
So
yo.
Totally.
And I like to do it live to show you that's how you use the tool, man. Right?
Yeah.
And because it's better to get it right and understand it, that way you can pass the knowledge on to your children, yo, or to a friend. You can have a basic understanding of it, so you ain't sounding like the idiot in the room, yo. It helps stimulate your brain, right? It helps stimulate your mind, and it's healthy for African Americans to do this, yo. Yo, there's a lot of love coming from us, man. Y'all don't even get it, yo. Like, who gets to sit around and talk about Border Cave on a Friday? You know what I'm saying? Think about that, yo, in a scientific article. All right, because I just got taught them hitting with the bones to death. This is about 42,000 years ago, right? And it's doing what they marking time based off the moon cycles, yo. They told us it was the ground, it was science. It was, man, come on, yo. Like, why are you doing this like that? That's the point.
That's observation.
Right.
And it's empirical because they're actually registering it, right?
Correct.
So you're gonna see maybe for the full moon, or when they get the new moon, when they start to see the moon again, you might get an extra notch, and then you're gonna see them counting sequentially between their until they see that particular
They made it
cycle
algebra.
again.
They made it algebra, trigonometry, and they did all that. Remember?
Yeah, binary, made it binary, and
Binary, the long number, short, something just crazy. Here's another one from the Czech Republic. All right, Abari Blanchard, from Abari Blanchard,
yeah,
France, right here.
planted both fans. Yeah,
Here you go. Paleolithic, 26,000 years. Here you go.
even
All right.
earlier.
Now, see this right here. This is measures 2 centimeters. So y'all can get how many centimeters is it?
2
2,
centimeters, that's small.
4,
That's about
6,
an
8. It's
inch.
about 8 cent. It's about. This is a scale for y'all, so y'all can see. And just showing you when they showing you artifacts, they're gonna give you a scale right here, so you can see how big the artifact is. So this is about 8 centimeters.
Yeah,
Boom.
that's about
2, 4, 6, 8. About 8 centimeters. See?
an
See
inch
the
and a
size
half.
of it.
Yeah, about an inch and a half.
All right. So y'all see how it is, right? I hope y'all can see it, right? Oh, this is another. Oh, this is the other one. Oh, this the. All right, that's the bone. Make it a little bigger for y'all so you can really see it. All right, y'all get a real.
This one? How big is this one?
See, hit with the scale again. That's 2 centimeters. So move here. I'm thinking about 1, 2,
About 5 to 6 centimeters.
8,
Yeah, so
10. About 10?
about
Yeah.
10, yeah, maybe 2 inches.
All right. So you see how I did this, right? That's 0 to 2. That's 2 centimeters. That's the scale. That's how they do artifacts. So y'all know that. All right. That's how you do it. All right. That's the other thing, and this is another thing. So the waning crest, the half moon. I think this artifact is an engraved. What's this? Milestone rod from what's this? Delani. What's this? Vistanic, Czech Republic. Okay, so you see humans around the world, trying to get their thing together, trying to count the moon. Right. They put it, so we say this is
Can y'all imagine why this is important?
I'm just saying it's predictable, predictive. Y'all get it?
Yeah.
Meaning if you're around for a month, if you're around for 10 months, if you're around for 5 years, 6 years, and you pass it on empirically, you can always predict the moon cycles because you've seen it happen regularly. It's
You know
serious
what?
for the time.
Yeah, you know why this is important? They have no electricity. They can register the nights that they have a little bit more light.
And do other things, right?
Do other things, maybe travel, go hunting.
So you
'cause
saying this
there's
is
more
practical?
light.
So you saying this is practical, right?
Super practical.
All right.
From pitch black
Oh,
yeah.
And it's
the
seasonal.
ability to be able to see at night.
And it's
You know how
seasonal
important
too.
that is?
And it's seasonal too. You know, certain plants grow during certain moon phases. Certain waters.
hmm That highly functional information for the people at that time.
Well, maybe. Okay, so you got to get out your 2026 mind when you walk over and click the light on. That's first of all. All right, and I'm just trying a new approach with y'all, right? And we take our 2026 biases and we dive on in, right? We take that back to those people. You know what I'm saying? Like they cracking right there. Stuff that this showed you, they cracking. Same way you flick the light on, talking shit. The same way they cracking. You cracking when you like, yeah, you don't even think about it, right? So they got these tools. See, tool, right? See, tool, right? That tool,
That's a tool.
That tool, ain't it?
Yeah, we can get ready because in 2 days we're going on the big hunt because the moon is going to be up based on the cycle. So get your stuff ready. We're going fishing, right? Because there's good fishing. Now we got some light. So you got 2 days to prepare. It is a practical tool.
Yeah, that's a watch. That's an early watch.
Hell
You're
yeah.
They're marking time. Watch this. They're understanding where they at. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm saying, see? Science ain't important. See? It's not important at 35,000. It's not. It's just
Then why
important.
isn't it important to them?
We're gonna
I
ask.
know why it isn't important.
Hold on, don't say nothing. So, Kimmy, why ain't science important to them back then? Let's see. Let's see what you come up with.
Well, who you talking about? What culture you talking about?
It don't matter.
Oh, you talking about humanity in general?
Yeah.
Well,
they got tools though. Why would you think science? No, tell us whether you think science is important to them or it's not.
well, according to the definition, the study of what you don't know and what you're trying to figure out. I don't think they was practicing it in the sense we would look at it today, but from what I would think, they was probably thinking they trying to figure everything out. Everything was a mystery, and then they was trying to figure it out. I mean, but other than that, as far as like science, like we consider science,
I'm gonna
I
be
don't think they were too much concerned with that. They was probably too much concerned with that lion or that whatever coming out the bushes.
I like that. See, and a tool to keep the line off of them, huh?
Right.
I agree with that. I agree with
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and I don't agree with you all.
uh,
You got that off. You got that off.
but y'all know what though? We gotta see. We gotta be able. If you got a college degree, you gotta be able to know the difference between science and the tool, yo. And then, once we fully develop science and it becomes science, then you got to make it practical, right? And I think said to talk about this. It had to be practical, so then you can apply it to tools.
Yeah.
And so then you start to realize that science pushes technology, and technology pushes science. See how that ended up working? But it took a very long time.
So
Go
now
ahead.
let's go back to the inception of science and one of the steps. Without that golden age of the Arabs, where the production of instruments
Mhm.
became paramount, right? So now when you produce instruments, your senses are further developed. So this led to now asking more questions again. So a fundamental step in reaching to where we could have even have that paradigm shift in the thought process was the era in which a lot of instruments was developed.
Mhm. Read the chat right there. Read that, Cedric. Watch this. Read that.
That stoned energy converted into kinetic energy. The arrow lies. The
Flies, I believe. Flies. Flies.
the arrow flies. Its path is controlled by force, mass, drag, gravity,
Mhm.
and aerodynamics. That
Mhm.
is straight up applied physics. Yes, what
Mhm.
you did was apply physics to
2026.
to explaining what and how arrows work. Now I
Yeah.
need you to show me that information by the Nubians.
Or
So by
by
anybody,
anybody prior to understanding what gravity is, prior
yeah.
to understanding what force is,
Hold on,
prior to understanding what drag is, and what mass is, and aerodynamics, bro.
hold
So
on, hold on, hold on.
this
Don't
is a
is,
classic
is
Oh yeah,
example of full
See,
thought.
y'all get that, right? Hey,
This is
hey,
a
hey,
classic.
can
Yeah,
hold
this
on,
is
hold
a
on,
can I
hold on,
classic.
hold on. Hey, James, right, bro? Yo, you're absolutely right. But you know that.
Yeah,
But
he did it.
the gravity has always been there. And things flying through the air cause a drag, yo, and mass and all that, yo. But you gotta get physics though first. You
yeah,
get it?
yes,
And then you can understand it. And then watch this. Then you can make a better bow and arrow, sir.
Can,
yes.
Get it?
can I ask you
Now
guys
you
a question?
understand that. You can make the feathers turn quick. Yeah, y'all see what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
appreciate that,
I hear
James.
you.
Hey, James, don't fight that, James. Like, James,
However,
Can I
let me say this and I'm going to shut up. James, if you fight this, that means we can't talk to you.
can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, because you might just
This
get cussed out, James, for no reason. And it's going to mess up. We got a little piece today, right? Like, it wouldn't make sense for me to fight
understood.
you if you thought they understood that, yo. If you thought they had physics and knew gravity and all that, bro, then, like, they know it before. Like, why even talk, bro? Like, you doing it on purpose then if we would have to argue with you over that, James. Yeah, because
Can,
we agree with
can
all the
I?
stuff you can say. Go ahead, man. God damn. What? What you got to do? Go ahead.
I didn't want to keep interrupting you. The
Go ahead.
question is, didn't
Mhm.
the ancient, didn't a lot of ancient people equate the forces to some spooky
No
shit?
shit. No shit. What else was they gonna do?
so
So
now,
so what is James talking about?
Go ahead.
what James is doing is what we call classic. This here is a classic
There
example of
you go.
post
There
hoc
you go.
rationalization. So now the information that we have, the understanding that we have, he is applying that retroactively as if the people that were developing this technology had any awareness of anything he just wrote. So this
That
this is
come
this
on,
is this
James, you
is
can't.
this is scientism right here.
Yeah.
assuming
Listen.
that these people were sitting doing these calculations. Now, let me tell you something. If they were doing these type of calculations, they
Mhm.
wasn't gonna be shooting no damn bow and arrow.
Well, no, they could have shot it to a rocket.
And they were dropping a rocket on your.
So, what do you think about? So Cedric, let me ask you about the wheel. When the ancient Egyptians was using the wheel, uh, was that applied science, or what would you consider the creation of the wheel to perfect it to attach
Technology,
it to a chariot?
Technology.
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 Okay.
Technology, man.
Yeah, very
It's like
simple.
it's like in construction. It's like a person that a carpenter, the hammer and the hammer. But it take a scientist to break down the physicality of that. He just the carpenter just using it. He
But
just
bro, you
doing
had
it.
to perfect that wheel. You had to understand
Yeah, he
the
may have a technique, but he
the
still don't know the
balancing of the wheel.
physicality. He still don't know the physicality, the gravity, and all that of it. Like a scientist or somebody have to calculate that. Like you know what I'm saying? That's a whole
Yeah, that's
different
what I'm
thing.
saying.
So
They had a shaft on it and everything. So
Yeah,
so
technology.
so the first thing so the first
Ingenuity.
thing so the first thing you have to
Uncle crazy, man.
understand so the
Don't
first
say
thing
they
you
had a
have to
shaft on that. They got to be science.
That's
Wheels would have come
ingenuity.
apart if they ain't had that scientific shaft right there. Yo,
Yeah,
you
man.
funny, yo.
Even the fact that they knew how to use the alligator fat and the alligator fat to
Oh shit.
to lubricate the shaft, right?
the
That's
axle, right?
ingenuity.
Yeah.
Right.
Ingenuity. No
Yeah.
science.
Do you call your
Engineering.
mechanic? Do you call your mechanic a scientist?
Hell no. Hell
So
no,
well,
yo.
I
Well.
guess I guess every weapon that was round because they had weapons that had poles and had a ovular like
so what is
baton
it?
type.
So what's a scientist?
So so basically every weapon
A
is
methodological
science,
method.
right?
I thought the
Madon.
scientist was one who studied, basically was studying and applying different
Hell
tests
no.
and observation and you know.
Well, Charles Darwin wasn't even considered a scientist. They wasn't even there. They ain't had that title yet. That's like a 1900 thing. Scientist.
Yeah, they keep the naturalist. They
He
they
was,
didn't
he
they
was a
wouldn't
nat-
even
he
he
was a
would he
naturalist.
wouldn't even consider a biologist or none of that because it wasn't
So why
around.
do some say Imhotep was the first scientist and all this and
Yeah, I get it, because they just talk. They just talking. You know what I'm saying? Like it roll off our tongue. We ain't thought about it. Slick. You know what I'm saying? And then and to be honest with you, that's confusion, because then when we get up here and start getting super technical and put it together, then people falling apart, yo. You know what I mean? They start falling apart, yo.
Yeah, they don't really, and
well,
he like if you read about it, they don't really say. I don't think they really say he's a scientist. He like well, he like a I know he was like architect. Considered a will be an architect and a
Yo,
doctor.
well, when you look at how they was
Hold on.
using
Hey,
gold,
hold on for a minute. James,
uh,
why would you do this, James? Look what you saying, James. Look, y'all ain't telling me shit.
okay.
I don't already know. All you dummies are talking about what? Taxamizing. What? Of words.
Taxonomizing of
Taxonomizing
words.
of words.
Not
And
even they ain't even how you
these
use the word.
technologies, they don't even know how you use the word. Look, these technologies predate these modern words. Of course.
Technologies, you're right.
Technologies, you're right.
How can you taxonomize words? What are you talking about?
Oh, put them in category.
So words have definitions. That's what words have,
Yeah,
Oh
definition.
wow. Come on,
And
yo.
again,
We got a special one on here, Pseudo Kill Official. We got one in here, man. Hey, yo, you the one complicated, yo, because I'm high school. I teach high school shit. Yeah, I don't know which. That's why y'all say I'm always right. I'm teaching high school stuff. Y'all just thought it was something more than that.
oh, this the real
Shit,
space dude, the one with the
shit.
telescope.
You the one. We talk about some college. That's you. Space age African, Mr. Bowman. That's you the one on that.
Yeah, that's it.
With the thing
The one with
behind
the
you that
telescope.
can't nobody in the community adjust to see nothing. Yo, they spend 10 hours. Yo, yesterday my son took me outside and said, yo, you see that? See the moon right there, Dad? Look beside that. He was called the planet or something. What was it? What was that out there?
Probably Jupiter.
I was like, what? It was light. He was like, my son, yo, you know how proud I was, show the little nigga out there, man.
Yeah.
You hear me, boy?
I feel you, man.
You get it.
Yeah, it's a great
Listen to y'all. You hear what I'm saying, yo?
Yeah.
Shorty was like, yo, come on, Dad, let me show you right here. He had his iPhone up and it had some kind of thing. I was like, what's going on? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, man, peace to everybody, man. Peace. What's happening?
Peace. What it do?
Enjoy.
Absolutely.
Wow. Enjoy.
Yeah, man. That was I don't want to. I just made it home. I was driving home listening to the show. That was slick. What old boy said about Einstein. That was pretty slick, though.
Hey, man, that's a fact, Ed. That's a fact, Ed.
Hey,
I got it from him.
But
poetry, man. Poetry.
You know what else? You know what else he said? He also said that if you can't explain your information to a 6-year-old, then you don't understand it. Now, he didn't set the definition for science. He was a scientist. Matter of fact, all throughout his career, when he came up with the theory of special relativity first, and then he added gravity and all that there, he had never even used a telescope before. Never.
Yeah, that means it's unknown and mysterious to him, so he got a telescope to look farther into it. So that's why I can rock with that definition.
Yeah, but it's very, very simplified. A 6-year-old can understand it. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great thing. But I give you a better one. I've heard Neil deGrasse Tyson say that when people ask him what is the scientific method, he got it so simple. He'll tell you whatever makes you question yourself. That's the scientific method. Instead of breaking it down, level, step, man, people going to sleep. So it's all about being able to pass that.
That shit, space age. I hear you, boy.
Everybody. You know what I'm saying? And if you can explain it to a 6-year-old.
This is getting out of hand, man. Y'all got to cut this out. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yo, just take your time, King Kong. Take your time.
And on point. Go ahead, Ed.
Go ahead. Hey, Ant, you in your bag, yo. Go ahead, yo. You in your bag. I got my pen out, boy. You in your bag.
The brother anxious. Let him go and get it off. That's all I wanted to say, dog. Just keep it simple.
You in your bag, yo. I'm writing it down there, yo. You go ahead.
I'm listening, man. I don't want to disrupt the show. Go ahead. I'm hanging out with the tips and the baboons, and I'm in the jungle. Go ahead.
Well, you jumped in, so obviously you wanted your appearance and your entrance, so you got it. You got the flow.
So now that you're running your banana lip, let me ask you a question. Are we all real monkeys? Are we new monkeys?
The real primate just stepped in the building.
Real primate
the ultimate primate is in the building.
King Kong ain't got nothing on
King Kong, the primate, is in the building.
I want the top chip. I ain't sitting on the bull. I want the top monkey right now. I'm tired of this. Indigenous, you seeing this? These guys is really. I mean, come on. Go ahead,
If you had $180 book on primates, you'll be saying the same thing I'm saying.
Okay. I'm listening. I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead.
You're up in the building with a bunch of West Side jungle monkey, old world Catarine apes, brother.
No.
Don't get no way around it.
Hold on and say, would you consider the fundamentals of speech, then writing as a science into tech? No, it's technology, right? It's technology.
Yeah, right.
Speech is language. We have a gene, right? That, you know what I'm saying? That help. That's why we can talk, because we got the gene. I can't think of the damn gene right now.
And the cleft in our
I got the gene.
Yeah, and the clef in our
The Fox 2 gene. The Fox 2 gene, I believe.
yeah.
Go, Fox 2 gene, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You,
that's it. The Fox 2.
yeah, other primates, they have a variation of it. It mutates, that's why they can't talk. But did you have a variation of it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, that's not and really we gotta keep strict definitions, man. With space age, Anthony, he keeps a very tight ship, right? The conscious community, all over the place, their ship is not tight. And so we run into people who don't understand the things, start saying, well, are you saying that our ancestors didn't have no knowledge? Because the word science means knowledge. Yes, the meaning is knowledge. So we're not saying they didn't have knowledge. So if that's how everybody is applying it in the conscious community, then y'all are correct, right? But if you're talking about the practice, the thing that took 350,000 years, science, right? They didn't have science. They had no need for science. That thing that's sitting behind space age Anthony Bowman, they didn't need that. Okay? It wasn't practical for them. They didn't need it. It wasn't a need.
Well,
Right? That's something that
let me ask you a
extends
question.
your senses. Hold on. That is something that extends your senses. Right? They needed not to plier. You know what I'm saying? The not to plier, they could track something that was predictable. You know what I'm saying? It was predictable. Meaning something, if you're around long enough, you're going to see it happen again. You can predict it happen again because you've seen it happen again. And you just pass that empirically on, right? And those ancient people could predict the summer solstice, right? And they could track the monsoon rains. How important is that to know when to plant the crops, know when the rainy season is coming? They built pits that could get the water, right? They could feed the cattle. They need that. They don't need science.
Did you get that
So
from indigenous? You got that
Huh?
from you're still on indigenous information, not to apply. He told me to come up here and tell you about that. Did you get that from indigenous? Yes or no? Go ahead.
Man, we got everything from indigenous, yo. Anthony ain't know nothing about that damn telescope until indigenous said it, and he learned that shit in 3 days.
Listen, Columbus had to
well,
ask
well, let me
indigenous
ask
how
you
to
something.
find America.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you something, because I want to ask you this question. I'm being serious.
All right,
Now, some people say that the ancient Egyptians studied the ants. They studied the ants, and that's why they built chambers and queen chambers and stuff like that. I don't know if you believe that's true or not, but would you consider that science if they did?
No, I consider that technology. Go ahead, Anthony. What you think?
Listen,
Nah,
science.
I wouldn't
Go
call it
ahead.
science. I mean, they just mimicking what they see.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it probably sound like, well, to me, it sounds like they had enough sense to know that these things been around forever, or well, longer than they have. So they just mimicking. That's my opinion on it.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real simple. Until human beings around 1800 adopted a philosophical position called methodological naturalism,
There's that
we're
word.
not talking about science.
There's that word.
So ask yourself that question: were they practicing methodological naturalism? If the answer is no, it's not science. Do yourself a favor. Don't confuse yourself. Don't ask yourself complicated questions. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
You
It's
know what?
actually right here. Look,
You know
y'all, it's
what was
actually
just,
right here. Oh, good. Go ahead.
you know what I just heard?
Mm-hmm.
Something that stood out to me. I just heard a memory. And that's one of the easiest ways humans and other animals learn, mimicking other species. So
Yeah.
if humans, like they said, if the ancient Egyptians were building chambers and they studied ants, they mimicked a species that they seen a way to be successful by building chambers. Mimic.
What did the insects get it from? What did the species get that um, wisdom or knowledge, so to speak, from?
Huh? Wisdom and knowledge.
Yahweh.
Okay, you said You said that the ancient people studied the animals and the insects, right? And so,
we get silly. I
all
got
right.
the screen up. Hold on. We got super. We dove in a silly move. We sillied ourselves up for a second. Just for a second. Let's get back on case real quick. Watch this. It's right here. Right? Real simple. It's the history of science. Watch this. Understand the paragraph. It's all in the paragraph. Okay? Now, we're not defining the word science, saying science means knowledge. If that's the case, of course. They had empirical knowledge that they passed on for generations so they could make tools consistently. You have to pass that knowledge on. People die, right? And if they don't pass it on, then they die with them. So watch this. It says, listen, the history of science, the history of science covers the development of science from ancient times. Listen to the sentence structure, right? From ancient times. When you take what's ancient times, all the way back to prehistory, the whole 9 yards, ancient times to present. Okay? So we won't leave nobody out. See? Comprehend each sentence. This is how you got to do it. So you can get it in your mind. So you don't get confused with the definition of science and knowledge. We got that. Not a problem. So now let's figure out what is the history of this thing that they call science? That the pseudo killers, you know what I'm saying, community skeptics is talking about. Right? That they talk about on Said Talk. That they talk about on Galaxy and Beyond show. Right? They talk about when the book of Al Jahid pop off. What are they talking about? Watch. It encompasses. You gotta know what that word means. Encompass. Like, encompass these things. Gathering up. Encompass. Look, it encompasses all three major branches of science. Natural, social, and formal. Now watch this. Here you go. It says proto-science, early science, right? And natural philosophy. You got to figure out what proto-science is. Okay? You got to figure out what early science is. Okay? You got to figure out what natural philosophy is. Watch this, y'all. Such as alchemy. You know what alchemy is? It's the thing they did before chemistry. See the steps? What? And astrology. See? It's recognized as pseudoscientific, but the ancients didn't know. Heavenly bodies. So I can tell you all about that. And if we talk about that, watch this. Y'all see it? Y'all see the motion, right? Y'all see it moving? See? Look. That existed, watch this, y'all, during the Bronze Age. You know what the hell the Bronze Age is? Yeah, the age where man works in bronze, y'all. Bronze Age, right? The Hebrews aren't a Bronze Age civilization. They are a Iron Age civilization. See? The Iron Age. The Egyptians did not reach the Iron Age. Okay? Classical antiquity. What's that? What's classical antiquity? Classical civilizations. Right? 5th century. Right? It say, and the Middle Ages. Islam. All right? You know what I'm saying? House of Wisdom, Middle Ages, the Tudor Age. Okay? Watch this. So what? Proto-science, early science, and natural philosophy such as alchemy, astrology, that existed during the Bronze Age, Iron Age, classical antiquity, and the Middle Ages. Now watch this. If y'all can get that, y'all stop tripping. Y'all be like, all right, watch this. Wait a minute, y'all. It declined during the early middle period. Watch this, yo. But when did it decline? After the establishment of what? Of formal disciplines of science in the age of enlightenment. There's no debating this right here. We just have to be able to read and comprehend, and we can stay here all day to get this right here, yo. That's all y'all gotta do. You say, okay, man, y'all wasn't wrong, yo. No problem. You got me. And then we've all learned something. We start to grow, and we be better humans for it. Trust me, yo. Every time you learn something new, you're better for it, yo. That's why when I watch the shows, man, that we have, yo, I'm a better human after the damn show, yo. When I'm sitting there looking at the Galaxy Beyond show and they saying shit I ain't never heard, when Juju and them cracking, they be cracking. I'm like, damn, I ain't know that. Man, I be like, damn, when you listen to Ted talk and he rattling that shit off, you be like, wow. Right? When you're in the server, yo, and they be in there cracking. It's very stimulating, yo. I just like to talk, man. You get it? But y'all got to stimulate y'all mind so y'all can just understand the paragraph, yo. Everything don't gotta be a fight, yo. We got to be able to change our communities, yo, from the inside out. That means each one teach one. You know, each person got to be the one to understand it. So so if it starts to decline, something else. Why did it decline? During the early modern period, look, then after the establishment of the formal disciplines of science, yeah. Once you get to science, all that other shit declined because obviously it wasn't science. Okay? I get it. It gets the earliest roots of scientific thinking. It's a key word, yo, scientific thinking, yo.
Empiricism.
You got to be thinking, yo. You get, go ahead, said to talk to him, yo. You work on that next paragraph, yo. What is it?
And practice.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, scientific thinking. Yeah, you go ahead, Cedric.
Let me fix my screen here for a second. It encompasses all three major. Well, no, the next one.
Yeah, the next one. I'll make it bigger for you.
The earliest roots of scientific thinking and practice can be traced to ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia during the 3rd and 2nd millennia BCE. These civilizations' contributions to mathematics, astronomy, and medicine influenced later Greek, natural philosophy, and classical antiquity, wherein formal attempts were made to provide explanations of events in the physical world based on natural causes. After the
fall, that's a jump.
Yeah,
that's a jump. Yo, they trying to, they trying to say, hold on, yo, there's some natural shit going on.
Mm-hmm. They're
trying to break away from the gods, yo. Y'all get it, right?
I had a great setup statement for said right there, but it's gone.
Go ahead.
But it's like, so basically what I was about to say is when you actually think about this and you get real, you would notice that the astrology that they were using led to the scientific thinking. And if these people back then were actually scientific, they wouldn't have had God. Belief
stop the cap, bro.
Wouldn't have been the science of the day. Belief wouldn't have been the science of the day, Madon. Belief was the science of the day.
Man, it just told you they was studying natural causes, bro. Just natural with everything around them.
When
it says right
there, it clearly indicates when.
It says right there, events in the physical world based on natural causes. That means they were studying. They got it from the Egyptians.
Read again. It say herein. You know what the herein mean? Oh, here we go. Herein.
Wherein formal attempts were made to provide explanations.
What on? Formal attempt. They was attempt. You mean they had the attempt to go?
Yes, and that was not in the ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. That was later on in the Greek natural philosophy. And
the Greeks, it's saying that the Egyptians had it. They knew this science. They knew this stuff. By the time the Greeks got it, and then a lot of stuff started to decline.
It was all attributed to a moon.
There you go. Here you go.
And all that.
I'm gonna read it
we
again.
can't. No, hold on. I didn't make it bigger, yo. Come on, yo. You was doing real good, yo. Don't flake out on us now.
Let me read it again.
Yo, hold yourself. Hold it together, yo. Hold it together, Kimmy. Just hold it together for me. Somebody tell that man to hold it together, yo. Hold it together, yo. You about to fall apart right now. You about to start arguing for no reason. Hold it together.
Slow it down.
Slow down. Go ahead. Show me the earliest what?
Earliest roots.
Roots. What? Hold on. What's the root? Hold on. What's the root? What's the root?
The basis.
All right.
Beginning.
Sticking in the ground to get to the root
of scientific thinking. That
thinking and practice.
Empirical thought and practice.
So they got some practice to do.
Can be traced to ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. So when we wanted to give y'all proto, Reggie did a whole presentation so we take it back. During the 3rd and 2nd millennia BCE. These civilizations, so the Egyptian and the Mesopotamian civilization in the 2nd and 3rd millennia, contributed to mathematics, astronomy, and medicine, influenced later Greek natural philosophy.
Right. So they right.
That's the key word.
They influenced natural philosophy.
So now in the Greek natural philosophy and classical antiquity, that's the wherein in now the Greek period, formal attempts were made to provide explanation of events in the physical world based on natural causes.
And then what happened
by the Greeks?
Yeah, by the Greeks.
That's
Guess
talking
what
about
happened?
the Greeks.
Right. Well, guess what happened to them when they tried it? Guess what happened?
After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, a knowledge of Greek conceptions of the world deteriorated in Latin-speaking Western Europe during
fell off.
Early centuries of 400 to 1000 CE of the Middle Ages.
Right. So what they're saying, Cedric, is that by the time the Greeks got it right, because the Egyptians didn't give them all the knowledge, right? By the time the Greeks got it right, they didn't know, they didn't fully understand it. So they was trying to master it.
Don't do that, man.
That's not.
Hey, real quick, can I say something?
Yes, you can.
Can y'all give me a monkey? You know how ISUPK get their guys like Jamalala, Yakala? I want a monkey name. Can y'all give me one today? I'm joining. Y'all done convinced me.
You just a website category like the rest of us. Don't keep talking individually.
Catarini. We're gonna call you Catarini.
Come on, hey, I'm Catarini. Come on, keep
Catarini. We're gonna call you Catarini.
Everything I love you, brother. Go ahead.
All right. So wait a minute. Hey, Kimmy, listen. I wanted to say this for you. Right? They gave them mathematics, right? Astronomy, right? But understand they gave them proto-astronomy, bro. This is where all the confusion happens, because now you gotta have an understanding. Yo, tell them, Anthony. Like we reading it, you see the word astronomy, but they don't really mean astronomy. What do they mean during Egyptian time, Anthony?
Well, it's okay. Proto is one of them things that's a word that's used all throughout, even modern, what we would call modern astronomy, I guess, whatever. You have different, it's a stage of something. It's not what it is, it's the beginning of what it is to become. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, astronomy is basically just observing the sky, in its basic form. You know what I'm saying? You're observing the night sky. And they were observing the night sky. One of the most prolific and important tools to mankind is Naphtaliya, dog. I mean, to mankind. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think you're missing is.
No, he's not missing nothing in the middle of teaching. You're gonna mess him up with some nonsense.
Oh, I thought he was stopped. I thought he was done.
Man, he ain't thought that. He doing his thing, yo. You messing up the lesson.
But as I was saying, man, so that was the beginning of what was to become, dog, where we can, we've come to an understanding of the magnetic spectrum, the electromagnetic spectrum, the different areas that we can see within that spectrum. You know what I'm saying? You got the visible, you got the infrared, the microwave, the radio wave, you know what I'm saying? But we have tools to be able to cover that whole spectrum because our senses evolved just for the visual. We didn't need infrared vision. You know what I'm saying? We didn't develop that. So within astronomy, they were practicing what we built on to where we are now. That was the foundation, but it wasn't astronomy. That's why they call it proto-astronomy. One of the things like I say, a couple of terms they have within modern astronomy is a proto-planetary nebula. You know what I'm saying? That's when the Earth, Jupiter, all them are forming, but they hadn't become planets yet. So it's when they begin to form. So it's the foundation. You know what I'm saying? So you have proto stars. The
Yeah, I
sun.
mean, I know you got Proto-Hebrew. I mean, I understand that, but the thing I'm saying is this.
You
I'm
get
gonna
it.
say
So Proto-Hebrew is not a Hebrew. See?
Right. I'm just saying I understand what proto means, but what I was trying to show Ed is that when you hold on, just let me say this real quick. When you read where it says, hold on,
to let a person finish talking, do it talk about that in the Hebrew book?
Well, I wasn't arguing about astronomy.
All right, go ahead, dog. You got it. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about astronomy, but I'm just sticking to what the article.
No, that's actually where we was.
Right, but I'm just saying where it says in the article right here, influenced later Greek natural philosophy. Right. So what's natural philosophy within the Greek? So my question I want to ask y'all, what's the ancient Egyptian equivalency to natural philosophy? What would that be? And what would that look like?
They didn't have it.
They didn't have it.
No.
The field of reed.
Bro, you was tripping.
The field of reed. It'll be considered the field of reeds, Madame. My aunt. Your heart on the
what just happened, man?
What is that? That's what it'll be.
Man,
we put words on the screen.
No, Greek philosophy was their way of understanding what they got from the Egyptians. They was trying to understand what the Egyptians was talking about, but they didn't get the whole of it.
Madonna, hold on.
Stop, man. They did.
Stop.
That's what this article is telling you right here, where you got reading comprehension.
Madonna, stop.
No, it is not.
Cat.
You can't read?
I know.
Is this language really too complicated?
No.
Basic English.
Hold on, I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing, yo. He's trying to put together what we was mistaught. You get it, Cedric? Remember how we was all taught that?
Mm-hmm.
The Greeks, they couldn't quite understand what the Egyptians were saying. Remember all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's you at Madonna. Hey, Madonna, get off that for a minute and read the damn.
Nah, man.
Tell that man get off that. No, read it, yo. Come on, yo.
This is basic English.
Come on, yo. Come on, boy. You almost there, yo. We almost got you, yo. I swear, yo. We got you, yo. Just hold on, yo. Read it. Get that out. Get the black algae, the misinformation out your head. Right? That's why Anthony was trying to show you.
Nah, well, all I'm saying is this. I understand the Greeks and everybody advanced, right? When it came to science, yeah, everybody advanced within it. But what I'm saying is, I don't think they understood what the Egyptians was doing in its entirety.
Madon.
Yo, who's that?
Madon.
Oh, that's Juju. I didn't even see you down there.
Madon. Learn to STFU sometimes. Anthony, continue what you were saying, because that's what I want to hear. You gotta wait your turn, Madon.
No problem.
We're not just gonna railroad.
How you doing, sis? How you been?
I'm good. You
That's
gotta
what's
learn some
up.
discipline, Madon. Show was going great. Can't be disruptive. You was doing good. You don't like when you interrupted. Don't do it to nobody else. Can you continue with your point if you can remember, Anthony?
Be hard.
Don't call it the
You
businesses.
took me all the way
Be
off,
quiet,
but I would like to answer a question that was in the chat, if that's okay. You cool
please.
with that?
Yeah,
What? Stop it. Stop it.
we cool with
Yeah,
it. Go ahead.
it was a question about Jupiter migrating in the early formation of the solar system.
Yes,
Jupiter
yes.
migrating close to the
The
sun.
homie and everything is everything. Ananda.
Yeah.
Go
Well,
ahead.
that is the going theory of how our solar system was able to settle with the planets that we have. Yeah. Jupiter, because and they come to that conclusion because most of the planets that they find in other solar systems, are what they call hot Jupiters. They're Jupiter-sized planets that are very, very close to their main star. And a planet like Jupiter has to form out, in the further reaches of its solar system, so to have it, to get that kind of gas, that amount of gas to form into a planet, it has to be very cold. And, it's just not feasible, in close to the star. So they come to the conclusion that finding those massive gas giants so close to their star, they had to migrate in. And the same thing happened with in our solar system that theorized. It's called the Grand Tact model. And Jupiter came in and just caused all kind of havoc. There were many more planets. Some were thrown out of the solar system. Some were merged or, crashed into each other. And that supposedly was the time that a planet hit the Earth.
And you was there.
Beginning
Shut up.
the formation of the moon. So yeah, that is the going theory right now.
Thank you. You got anything else to say, Anthony, before we move on?
No,
Your
I'm good,
time.
baby girl. I'm
You was
good.
really, you was cooking. You was
Yeah.
cooking. Hate that you got interrupted.
He came in with a fire extinguisher with that foolishness.
So, yeah, that's
Man.
good. Anthony been cooking tonight.
That
I
was
want
not
to highlight.
cooking.
I know. Listen, hold on. Let me show you this. Remember Anthony was talking, and he talked about approximates, and what the theory is. So actually, on this channel, we kind of understand that's how it actually works. Like we don't speak in absolutes. There's certain things we understand, yo. You're not understanding, so you're gonna say, "Well, you're capping." That's so cool. That's cool. But I want to take you back to that paragraph again. They told us that the Greeks learned everything from the Egyptians, right? And they said they didn't understand it. That's crazy. That's not actually what happened. What they did was they built on the foundation, because that's what cultures do. They build on foundations of older cultures. That makes sense. You don't want to start all over again. That's a fundamental thing that humans do. That's how it's supposed to be with your kids. You're supposed to give them a strong foundation. They ain't got to rebuild all over again. But this word right here, yo, right here, right here, how formal attempts, when formal attempts were made, formal attempts was made. You know what an attempt is? Right? They were trying to make attempts, watch this, were made to provide explanations of events in the physical world, look, based on natural causes. So what was the other thing they was doing? What were they doing first? They was explaining through their gods. And what I want to say was that, do you know what happened to them? This was not institutionalized. They called them atheists. So this is the point in time where they say, yo, y'all don't believe in God. You know what I'm saying? And so once I read that, I'm like, by George, I think I got it. It actually had nothing for me You know, it didn't have nothing to do with like believing in God, not believing in God for me. Right? It made me realize that I need to push my thinking to the point where I can attempt to explain natural phenomenon. Well, how you do that? Through systematic scientific thinking. That's when I knew I had it. I was like, oh shit, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And all the African thing and the African thing, it didn't put me there. It didn't help me. It you know what I'm saying? It made me too comfortable. But this is what made me uncomfortable. Reading that, saying you trying to tell me that there's a time period in human society where they was actually trying to figure out the world. I thought they was always trying to figure out the world. No, they was looking at it through the eyes of the gods, man. And that's the thing that kept humanity at a certain space. That's the thing that kept them mixed up and had them, you know, like we have conversations, people be cussing us out because they at that stake right there. And it make a person get frustrated when they talk to people like me, you, Juju, Anthony, Cedric, and everybody. You get frustrated. You say them niggas is atheists. You know what I'm saying? You say y'all gonna explain the world. What the hell is Anthony talking about? What? The what? Y'all atheists, Juju. She say, no. She said, I'm a cultural Muslim. What? You can't be that. How dare you? How dare you, Cedric? Talk with authority about the things you wasn't. You heard Madame say you wasn't there. This man actually think you gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? They can't fathom a world where you make an attempt to understand the natural world without no God. Yo, that freaks everybody out. Your family get freaked out. Yo, you think you did something that was horrid, bro. So imagine these moments now, right? And our families now, imagine back then they was killing you and enslaving you or putting
Everybody
you
on this
out.
panel except
No,
Madame will
you will
be
not cut me
hung
off
by
right
our
now.
toes.
You will not cut me off in the
Savior,
middle of me
why
doing it,
is you
Savior.
cutting
You won't
people
do it.
off?
You
Let
can't
them
break the
cook.
cipher. Don't break the cipher, bro.
Keep going on. Man.
They can't fat. And then watch this. It's showing you the paragraph. It's showing you the struggles of humanity, bro. You get it? And guess what? They develop tools to help that struggle. Man, y'all ain't feeling that, man. Y'all gotta catch that, man. Y'all catch that gem in the air, yo. Close your eyes and catch the damn gem, yo. Focus. Yo. The whole thing of trying to get to science, yo, is basically trying to figure out how the hell you know what you done. See? And they was like, yo, the Greeks was like, yeah, okay. They start forming natural school philosophy and they fall off a little bit. And the Muslims come and they think they doing their thing. They trying to figure out, everybody say, how we know. And the Europeans looked at the Greeks. Yo, they natural philosophers, yo. They knew. They knew how they knew. And guess what happened? Wild ass Europeans trying to get to Asia. Luck, serendipity, call it what you want to, bumped into the Americans. They didn't even know they was going to America, yo. Think about that. They was like, what? At that point, yo, that's just shifting thinking. They say, so you mean to tell me the foundation we've been standing on the whole time, the Greek philosophers, the naturalists, yo, you mean they didn't know? If they knew all the knowledge, then why didn't they know about these new plants and animals, these two new land masses? How come they didn't know that?
Well, let me say this.
They realized they was flawed. They realized that everything they thought they knew at that point was flawed, and they had to figure out something better.
Well, I would say this. Well, this is because my understanding.
Nigga. I'm giving you a crucial point in the development of the history of mankind. Yo, when they bumped into America, it fucked them up. This is crucial, Madame.
He ain't
You
hear
know
you.
how crucial that luck was? That was luck, yo.
Yeah, yeah, that
People
was
don't
good luck.
comprehend what
That's
you're
why they
saying,
call it. That's why
Vaughn.
they call it manifest destiny. But
No, no,
This man.
Madon. No, Madon.
No, Don, that's you.
The
You
hell
did
are
that
you
the other day.
talking
You
about?
know who did that the other day? You know, I'm learning something today about Madon.
Crazy.
No, it's his blackology, it's his fight against racism in the middle of a serious conversation. He's actually think he's combating racism by telling us something about manifest destiny. That shit ain't important right
But
now
this
in this
ain't even
conversation.
you
we
saying
talking
it was
about
luck?
hunter gatherers. This ain't even like during the time of racism. These are
No, we
people
talking
first
about luck.
to
He said how
exist
they found
though.
America was luck,
So you got to
right?
keep it in context. We're not talking about that. He just gave you a nugget and you even comprehend because
Yeah,
you
you
got
closed your
a
eyes, you couldn't even catch
preconceived
the nugget.
bias.
Yeah,
It's
you couldn't, you
weird.
ain't get it, yo. You not your brain wasn't ready to get that, yo. We don't
Just over
forget
his
about the
head.
manifest destiny, man. I'm saying they bumped into, they didn't mean to go to America, they didn't plan a trip to America, yo. Was trying to get around and get back to Asia, and they ended up in the West Indies someday. They thought they was in India, yo. But
Yeah.
they had actually found a new continent with new flora.
Serendipity and accidents.
Right. They was saying it was luck. It was luck,
New
but at the same
animals.
time they saying it was destiny by that luck.
They
That's
didn't
all I'm
say
saying. I'm
that.
agreeing with
They
you.
didn't say that.
I'm
They
agreeing.
never
Yes, they,
said
some of them
that.
did. Some of them
You
did.
made
Some
that up.
historians say it was
You
luck.
made that
It
No, we're
was
up.
not
destiny, but it was luck.
going down the rabbit hole. We're talking about
Oh
science,
my God.
and I'm trying to give
It's
you a
not destiny, it's
placeholder
serendipity.
that
It's by
show you how
accident.
hard it was. And this one event of happenstance made them realize that the foundation that they was on was shaky, and it wasn't allowing them to know if they knew or not, yo. Because at that point, to Europe, the standard was the Greeks, bro, the natural philosophers. Yo, they was like, yo, yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the foundation. They was riding with that, yo. But they was riding on a faulty horse that was always gonna crash because the Greeks didn't know that they didn't know. I'm gonna say it again. The Greeks did not know that they did not know. It's through the scientific method that man realized that yo, you don't know. You know that you don't know, and you always expanding the boundaries.
Facts. Good point. Anthony, you done? There's a
I'm
question
done.
in chat I wanted Anthony to answer for the audience. Anthony, you want to
Yeah, I
read it
think
real
it
quick and
was.
answer that for everybody?
Yeah, they were asking about an imminent collision anytime soon. That's what an imminent collision is. But none that I'm aware of. We don't have anything to worry about now. It could happen, but nothing that we know of. But they just put a new observatory online. I think it's called the Vera Rubin. I think that's what it
Mm-hmm.
is. But anyway, they discovered like over
That's the new one, right?
2,000. Huh?
Is that the new one they just built? Just
Yeah.
released the first photos?
They yeah, I think it's the Vera Rubin. I think that's what it's called. But anyway, that joker discovered like 2,000 new asteroids, that unknown asteroids, you know what I'm saying? So we're finding out more. And what's really dangerous is something coming from around the sun, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't see it at all because the sun just blocks it out. But nah, we have no imminent threats. Nothing's gonna happen no time soon, as far as what's being published. So, and I hadn't seen anything, so nah. But I want to say one thing. I notice in this conversation, the pyramids in Egypt always come up, but nobody ever talks about the failures. Now, from my understanding, they had a lot of failures, and the pyramids in Egypt were like the pinnacle, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that was thousands of years of information culminated coming together, to build those. Now, I'm not a expert or none of that. Egypt ain't my thing, but I do, listen to a lot of these conversations. So they had to get to that point. You know, that those pyramids weren't the first pyramids. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's kind of that ain't cool to try to use that in a scientific argument.
Well, what I was saying was
No. Cedric, get that right there on the screen.
Oh man.
No. Cedric, get that. You see it? Yeah, get that.
Pseudo killers, did y'all not say that there was no science before modern science? Yes or no? Well, and once we told y'all that y'all was wrong, y'all switched up to proto science. Wasn't science, man. Again, when we
How many
talk
times?
about, I'm gonna say it one more time.
How many times you got to go through this?
When you're reading these anthropological papers, these history of science papers, they use science in two forms. In its broad sense, meaning knowledge, information, and in its modern context, meaning methodological naturalism. Ankh just read the whole evolution till we got to there. So again, in these conversations, no, there is no science. So now if you're confused, be confused. They didn't have science.
Well, let me say this, why Bill. Hey, yo, Ant, let me say this, right? This is, I think, where the confusion come in. Now, me, the way I study Egypt, or my understanding of Egypt is, ain't no spook, right? When they say man know thyself, right? Man wasn't believing, they didn't have a spook. They had to master these things. That's why when you see the young king Tut, he was in his warrior garment. He had to master hunting. He had to master the different sciences. He had to learn different languages. Like some people say, you had to learn 72 languages back then. So what I'm saying is they had to master themselves. They understood the mastery of self. It wasn't.
I think the problem here.
Did God get him out of that? I think God got him.
I want to say this here about that comment that was up.
What the hell is he talking about?
The problem with they're not understanding that proto science means before science.
Yeah.
Proto astronomy means before astronomy.
Thank you.
Just like a proto star means before it's a star. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I mean, don't get hung up on the word proto. All it means is before. So if it's before science, it's not science. That's simple. That's 6-year-old. Proto, it means before. It is what it's going to be. Like I said, from the jump. Proto astronomy is the foundation. And that's where we are now. Proto means before.
You know what I find weird? They will say alchemy isn't chemistry, right? And they'll talk about alchemy being not science and things like that. I've heard them say things like that.
What are you talking
But
about,
when
man?
people who talk like you, people say
Nigga,
the
you
things that
crazy.
you say,
Nah,
but
see, I
God,
gotta see, nah, bro. I
hey,
understand
don't
master.
interrupt me.
Man have to master
Chill out.
himself and the science around him, bro.
Hey, put your thumb in your mouth.
Oh, here we go. Man, say what you gotta say, man. But all I was telling the brother Ant is that man had to master himself and the science around. I thought you was done.
Crazy.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
What's up, Steph? What's up, man?
What's good?
Blow your mind, yo.
Xavier, you wild, bro.
It's like they want to conflate it because they want to big up these empires and give them more than they actually have, especially the blackologists and those that want to big up Africa and Kemet, or Kemet specifically, not the rest of Africa, because this conversation is centered around what the ancient Egyptians was doing and how the things that they weren't doing aren't considered scientific. They're technological advancements. Give them the word and the area and the credit that they deserve, and stop trying to place them elsewhere. They weren't there. They weren't there yet. They It was all attributed to Amun, Heru, Aset, the god, the Egyptian god. It's all wrapped up through all the pyramid building, the aqueducts, everything that they did.
Yeah,
But why did the
That's
God
the
look like a
science.
man? Why did
You
the
know how
God look
much
like a man and a woman,
resources,
a human
you
being?
know how much,
right.
resources the Egyptians wasted with their afterlife concept.
Man, come on, yo, where's the science in that?
Millions.
This is
Well, maybe you ain't got there
insane.
yet. But at the
You
end of the
ain't
day,
got there.
all I was showing is that these people mastered masonry and different things like that. You know, to me, it's science within that. We
You
know
need
that
to
other that
master the
we've advanced.
Technology.
We know that we've advanced eons beyond them, of course.
Technology.
Yeah, well, here you go, Mr. Wishman Common. Here you go.
Hey, well, I guess a chef is a scientist too, then, huh?
Yeah, of course.
All them
Cooking
things
is
Yep,
got
a
to be
chef
science.
there.
is a
Science.
scientist because cooking
Of
is
course it is.
science.
Chemistry.
Here you go, Anthony, right here, Anthony. You see that, right? Proto-science. Right? This comes off of this article right here. Y'all should do like I do. When Anthony and them and Juju was saying shit, I don't know what the hell they talking about, I jumps right on this motherfucker, right here. I get real junky. Get real nervous when they saying shit I don't understand. I jump on here when they say shit, Cedric say shit, and I read the whole article, and it take me days because I keep clicking on every damn thing and looking up shit. So you talking that proto science and don't understand, yo. So let's get jumpy and clicky. Let's modernize ourselves, yo. In philosophy of science, proto-scientific is a research field that has the characteristics of an undeveloped science that may ultimately develop into an established science. Philosophers use proto-science to understand the history of science and distinguish proto-science from science and pseudoscience. The word proto-science is a hybrid Greek Latin compound of a root proto, scientia, meaning a first or premortal. Am I saying that right?
Primordial.
Primeval. No,
Primeval.
it's not
Primeval.
primeval. Don't mess me up. Primeval rational knowledge. What does that word mean? Let's look it up. Look, all
Ancient,
you gotta do. Look,
old, ancient.
primeval. Look, of or resembling the earliest ages in the history of the world.
Hmm.
Ancient, the earliest, the prehistoric.
Ancient. Yep.
All right? Yeah, yo. It's okay. We ain't tripping. We don't gotta fight each other. Yo, it's right here for us to understand and get it in grasp. Why we gotta fight each other? Why we gotta cuss each other out? Why I cuss you out? Why I gotta start cracking jokes on you, bro? You can read, man. Let it go. Let it go. Anthony said it right. Let it go, man. And you know what the real issue is, yo? They say the pseudo killers practice scientism. In reality, y'all practice scientism. Not us. We can imagine a world without science because we understand how damn hard science is. Y'all can't imagine a world without science. Y'all think the world would not be the world without science. That's cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Ancient people developed high-level technology, high-level civilizations, and survivability to make it to the age of reproduction without no damn science. Took them 350,000 years. So that's a recent human endeavor. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Stop the cap.
Just stop.
Hey, can
You
I
know
say
what?
something?
Go ahead, bro.
Go
My
ahead,
fault.
Stephen.
How y'all doing today?
We great, bro.
You hear me pretty good? I don't
I
know
hear
if I
you
sound probably
crystal clear, yo.
I didn't particularly want to. I didn't want to jump in on your convo. I just wanted to kind of give y'all propers and kind of ask for something in return too. I appreciate y'all's the PK Space Age shows, and I wish I would do a lot more of that. Anthony, man, sir, if I may. Sorry for calling you by your first name, but I appreciate the shows, and if y'all could do a little bit more of that, man, I truly enjoy the space age and the science information. Me and my late brother did for sure. So if y'all can make, I know we all got lives and all that, but if y'all can try to do a few more shows, incorporate that a little bit more. Bobby, Aunt, I think the show you did earlier was really good. When you was using ChatGPT, I don't know if you were using I don't know if you was using Gemini or
ChatGPT. I
Okay,
like
okay.
ChatGPT. Mm-hmm.
Man, I think you should incorporate that a lot more. And that proto word is whooping their ass. And I think you should I think you should, pull out ChatGPT on them. And what I enjoyed though is the way you were asking follow-up questions. And
Right.
then right. And then it also spoke to how you're framing and asking the questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it also speaks to how one can manipulate the still, and that also speaks to how early within the technology it still is, where um it's still easily manipulated, right? And but it also, it's just all in how you frame and ask these questions.
Right.
And I just wanted to say I enjoy that. I just want to give you your propers on that show. I was in and out, like I'm kind of always in and out on your shows and y'all shows, ripping and running. We all got lives, man. But I
Right.
try to catch them. Man, shout out to y'all. I'm a fan, man. I always tell you like a cool uncle that you like a cool uncle that I got. So much respect to y'all, man. I've been enjoying the shows. Oh yeah, another last thing is uh get the PK ladies to do some shows, man. They stopped doing their shows.
You want the beauty to come out.
Yeah, man. I like, that's when I want to jump on the panel and kind of get some pushback, because I like getting into it. I like getting into it with the ladies because it's a different perspective though. You know what I mean? The men always hopping up and they always got shows, but when you get the women's perspective, man, that's when you get some good quality information and some good pushback and all that. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But I just wanted to say that. I'm sorry to interrupt y'all show, man.
No, I know interruption. Appreciate the
I'm
love.
I'm listening though, and y'all. I mean, and it's people that just listening in the bushes, man, and that can appreciate the information. So that's all I wanted to say.
Appreciate you, man.
But shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Man, shit. Listen, man. Y'all. Anthony know, man. Anthony get it if don't nobody else get it, yo. You know what I mean? Like Anthony, come on, yo. You know how long it took for you to, start to get a grasp on telescopes and cosmos, yo, from where he was?
Man.
You know what I mean? To be fluent like you is, You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, yo? Like we sit back and grab a pen, nigga, when you start talking.
Oh,
They had
yeah.
they have just the flavor. You know what I'm saying? And to keep pushing through and say, damn, yo, nigga, I'm gonna figure out how to go live. I need to do, to bring something, yo. You realize, yo, that we got an astronomy club, yo.
Yeah, I done watched a few shows and
Hey,
y'all
yo,
done
hey, Cedric, they around here playing with us, yo.
they done
Y'all
taught
got a
me a few
homeboy
things.
challenge trying to challenge a group of niggas with an astronomy club in a catalog.
Our name
Crazy.
going to stars.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. You mean Anthony don't know what proto-science is? Or proto-astronomy? You
Right.
mean Anthony don't know? The nigga put together our catalog, yo. You mean that nigga don't know? Wait, this how much balls niggas got. Yo, they jump up out of nowhere, yo. Listen, they jump up out of nowhere, yo, and argue you down and don't know what a damn catalog is. Let me mute out. Cedric, Anthony, please get them. Get them.
This point, man,
Not
if you don't know
said
what technology and science is, where do we start? Where do we
good
start?
point.
We gave y'all the proto. You do a whole presentation saying we got to write a paper. And if you don't understand proto means before, if you don't understand that science starts with methodological naturalism, where does that leave you in this conversation?
It baffles me, saying to be honest with you. Did you want to say something, Savio? Go ahead,
No.
dog, real
Oh,
quick
okay.
before I go in.
Yeah, I just wanted to just say that if if we're fighting over simple words at this point, I don't know how we're going to advance. It's like
Well,
it's difficult.
it's like I tell Unc all the time. Imagine us on a boat, and this a rowboat. We don't have a motor on it yet. We got
Oh
oars.
shit. Oh
We at the
shit.
front of the boat. We
No,
rowing
I
now.
don't mean
We
to. Hold
just
on.
trying to go.
Excuse me. I don't mean to cut you off, bro. I'm not comparable to fucking Anthony, yo. I'm not on that man level, yo, when it comes to this conversation right here, yo. Come on, yo. This man spent thousands, yo. He got thousands up on me, yo. You measure a man and what he spent his money on, yo. This man spent his money on. I got a daggone toy behind me, yo. He got a couple thousand behind him. I'm gonna say this again so y'all can kind of get the drift, yo. Stop playing, man. Yo got a couple thousand behind his head, yo.
Serious
Couple
I
with
just
that.
thousand.
seen him using it. I just
Get
seen
that,
him
get that.
using it during the law. So
Catch that. Couple thousand behind his head, man. He put his money in there,
I
man.
didn't wear the point, the telescope.
So come here and man, I got a toy behind my head, man. It's not the same. It's levels to this shit, man. Right? So, hey, man, and I'm comfortable having somebody better than me and saying it. Comfortable with that.
You have to get them.
All right? I'm comfortable to say when people are better than me at certain things. I'm comfortable with that. That's y'all problem, though. Y'all always trying to be better than me. No, be better than your damn self. The war is within you. Get
Bingo.
better than yourself, bro. Don't compare me to
Bingo.
these niggas, man. Come on, yo. Like, I got what I got. Anthony got what he got. Juju got what she got. You know what I'm saying? Gullah got what he got. You say we got what he got. I said we got what we got, yo.
Keep
Man,
it
we
pushing.
here out of love, yo. We ain't here out of hate.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to win an unwinnable. You get it? How y'all not gonna beat us? Only thing y'all gonna do is come on up to Mount Olympus and enjoy yourself and see the world and laugh at everybody else and say, man, yo, that was hard, yo. I'm sweating, but damn, I got it.
Make sure you put on your oxygen mask, get your science right before you climb Mount Olympus.
Yeah, you gotta do this. Remember, look, if we ain't doing it, look, it's Mount Olympus, ladies and gentlemen.
Mhm.
Right? Listen, man. y'all not gonna be better than us with religious thinking, yo. It's not gonna work. It's right here. No, you know what's funny, yo? Yo, we ain't hiding our hand. Yo, you know how the pseudos do polite when you used to do, yo, they hiding, they got some sacred knowledge. Yeah, I tell you, like the bar, you got the sacred knowledge. Yeah. Yo, we
Need to
give
be
you
initiated.
We say, yo, just read the paragraph right. James ain't losing his mind. Yo, listen. James is so spiteful that he literally bite his own head off for no reason. Yo, we got love for James. Yo, James know that this man gave me my first hoodie when I stood on stage in front of thousands of people. He know I got love for him, yo. He's just hard-headed, yo, for no reason, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you serious, bro? Look at him, yo, look. So let me ask, when does something stop being pro? Stop. Let me put it in these terms right here, bro. Listen, yo. And I'm gonna let you get back, Anthony. Listen, man. Listen, bro. Whatever you thought they was practicing, yo, they thought the agency was God, yo. Okay. And that messed up the calculations, yo. If Anthony looked at that damn telescope and said, I think I'm supposed to tweet right here because God just told me it's gonna mess up everything. Go ahead, man. James, stop that shit. No, Anthony was talking, man. God always mess up your calculations, y'all.
Mess it up, dog, every time. But I was just saying, you know, it's I don't understand. You know, this is like I was saying. I'm wanting to go forward. You know, like Unc was telling y'all about this catalog. You know, we all have the right at the night sky, dog. Nobody owns the night sky. Is what everybody agree on. You know what I'm saying? And big up to the Islamic world, because you know a lot of what's going on in the night sky, a lot of stars and stuff are, you know, comes from the Islamic world. But all the cultures in the ancient world have stories about stars or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So let's big up what the ancients did to survive by using the night sky. You know, like I said when I first started, naphtha plow, I mean, that's one of the greatest achievements of mankind, not just African people, mankind.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because they were able to pass that knowledge on. So creating tools is everything. Now, when you talk about,
say it again, yo, creating what?
Creating the tools, man. You know, and I'm gonna use William Herschel for example. I was wrong about that man, huh? You know what I'm saying? In my personal feelings, I got into looking into what he was doing and the way he was doing it and what the tool that he was using. Oh yeah, I could see him discovering all that stuff that he discovered, and that's all he was doing. And in your presentation earlier today, you made a great point, dog. When a lot of this stuff was going on, man, we was in slavery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We was in the fields, dog. So our contribution to modern science was we helped finance it. Like you said, it's to be able to stay up all night, develop a 40-foot telescope, and to be able to stay up all night mapping stars in the night sky and come up with a graph. You know, you produce something from your work that has lasted this long. You had to be eating good. You didn't have to have no worries. You couldn't be going to work every day because ain't no way you can stay up all night and work all day.
You have to be rich.
Still. Got money. So.
We ain't built like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was wrong about Herschel. But the point I'm making is, you know, slavery funded. That was the main. It funded the world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got rich off of slavery.
Mm.
A lot of people still spending money that was made during slavery.
What? That's why we trying to get some.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to get caught up with the science, man. You know, I don't. It baffles me.
Was early, you know? A lot of
Unc is y'all's lifeline. Because I tell him all the time, I've been left in crazy jokes. You know what I'm saying? But he trying to throw it. He at the back of the boat with a rope, but we rolling. We trying to get away from you clowns, but he trying to help y'all. You know, come on. He got a rope at the back of the boat so some of y'all can get on. But if it was left up to me,
they taking that rope and trying to tie it.
We be done left all y'all.
Kent kicking the door in, Cedric.
So, you know, y'all better.
They got a foul on me, yo. They didn't put a foul on me.
Trying to save Pseudos.
Let me find that foul. They got a foul on me.
And I'm not upset with anybody else, but with myself, because the first time Reggie stuck his head up with pseudoism, I had to do what a pseudo killer does. No, I showed reverence, and now Reggie trying to little boy me. Reggie, you know you're done. Yeah, you know you're done. I'm on your head in the worst ways because you're up there. I'm going to tear you completely down. I'm done. You a pseudo, you're a scamming, flim-flamming. And I'm going to stay on your head.
Yeah, he got it.
I ain't worrying with those bum squid, those little kids no more. You claim to be the big dog. I'm going to keep smacking you around.
Yeah, you got to come for the big dog.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully.
Yeah, but you know, we realize, though, in this conversation over here, we realize you don't even belong in the conversation now. We had to make that distinction, yo. You don't, if you can't teach the people the difference between science and technology, yo, then you don't deserve. You have not earned the right to be in the conversation, yo.
None whatsoever.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to find all kind of tricky ways to do this and do that, yo.
And this academic flim-flamming Reggie does in the community. But you wrote an abstract. Reggie, your abstract was laden with every logical fallacy, which indicates your confirmation bias to begin with. Secondly of all, what about this abstract writing in this community is if you're presenting a paper that needs to be peer reviewed? First of all, you're not my peer, so you can't write a paper and put it in a journal that deals with what we're dealing with. That's first of all. Now, the whole flim-flam, and then what's the bait and switch? We are not responding to you. We need to respond to the authors of the paper you wrote while you're cherry-picking your sources. You are disingenuous. You would be discredited on any academic level whatsoever. You would be kicked out of academia, Reggie. So from now on, no more, Reggie. You are the back of the class, boy. Son, you supposed to sit at feet. That's the only place you're supposed to be, Reggie. I realize it. You never supposed to get up to the mantle. You supposed to be the nigga sitting at people's feet. So now you're going to sit at my feet forever.
Y'all wild out. Y'all went there. He got the pseudo file right here. It got me. I saw it. Yeah, Reggie, man, can't talk to you. We can figure out another topic, yo. Yeah, we can't talk to you, yo. He don't know the difference between technology and yeah. You just gonna mess up the conversation, man.
It's messing up the conversation.
Yeah, we gentlemen. It's a gentleman's game, ain't it, Anthony? It's a gentleman's game, yo. Yeah, we gentlemen for real, yo. Seriously, yo.
Yeah, your integrity is paramount, and that's why I'm upset. Reggie calling us out in the chat, he's doing all the bravado. I appreciate that. That's the arena we're in.
When was that? He hit Reggie here? No, he not.
No. When he did his show, I'm a stadium. So I jumped up there because it's part of the entertainment, but I'm assuming Reggie is of the class caliber. That have the ability.
It was the call to arms, Joe. It was the call to arms of Reggie, and Reggie tried to sneak it through. Like, yeah. You know, the whole time getting in our way of reality, yo. We trying to bring people, you know, a refreshing look at reality, yo. he trying to make somebody have something they ain't have, and disrespect what they and throw away what they did have, and can't and ignorantly can't explain what they did have. Because if he could explain what they had, then he wouldn't have said what he said. I hope y'all
Simple.
understand that.
Simple.
Simple. Simple.
They
No,
would,
that was the pyramids with technology.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, great
Yeah.
high level. Took math, engineering, you know what I'm saying, and tools. Yeah, that was it. That was hot.
Yeah, these people have had a body of knowledge that was tremendous. However, they interjected the gods in their work, so that makes it not science. It's empirical. It's structured. It's reproducible. But that God element, folks, you know me. I'm Brother Reggie. That doesn't make it science. No, Brother Reggie's a blackologist. Brother Reggie's a flim-flam pseudo-enabler. You're scamming. So you come up there trying to discredit the pseudo-killers by making us look like we're anti-African. All the while you're doing scientism and discrediting these people's actual accomplishment. You're a problem, Reggie. You're past that. I'm going to cut you out. You're no good for the kids.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
done.
save you, Reg. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't save you, bro. Like, you doing that on purpose, yo. You got a degree, yo. You supposed to came right up here, and these guys is right, yo. You ain't supposed to try to retrofit science or technology, yo. You ain't supposed, you know that, yo. You got a degree in that shit. Yeah, bro. I can't defend them on that, yo. Like I can't. That's my man, yo. Seriously, all jokes aside, yo. Like, I mess with Reggie, yo. But right here, though, Anthony, you know what I'm saying, yo. If you just look me in my face, yo, and try to explain to me, yo, you know what I'm saying, how not the plier, you know what I'm saying, was something more than what it was, and I know you know better. With a couple $1,000 telescope behind you, yo. This man got a couple $1,000 education, yo. He looked in that damn camera, yo, and told them little niggas, you know what I'm saying, that them damn black top pottery and glazes on it was damn science. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what we talking about. This man said that, yo. That's offensive to me, yo. You know how much money I spent on books, Anthony, and Cedric, and Gullah? For somebody with a couple $100,000 education, yo, and always throw the $100,000 education out face. You know how much he throw the education out face, yo? And then show me like Inky and them. You know how Inky show their hand? You know how I'm beating them up in the debate? And they show their damn hand. You realize, what they talking about? Damn. I remember Inky ain't know what the hell the Columbian Exchange was.
Yeah.
And in the middle of a daggone evolutionary debate in the immune system, when I asked him damn question, nigga fell apart. I said, oh shit. And the conversation leading up to it, the man thought for something to be a scientific theory, it has to be finished. I said, oh, hell no.
Yo, this
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Reggie gonna tell me that the pyramids is technology and some damn going some bowls, you know what I'm saying, some pots, you know what I'm saying, it's science. It's their science. And so he taking steps back at that point. It's their science at the time. I mean, he's shuffling back. Look, really, nigga? Nah, bro. Nah, we can't have a disagreement with that. Like, we can't disagree over the skin map. You know what I'm saying? But we really can't disagree over the technology. Bro. That's egregious to me. Yo. Like, I'm uncompromising with that.
So the science of their time wasn't science because they interjected and intertwined their gods. So you see, and you can't get away from it. These are ridiculous statements. They sound stupid, and all they indicate is that you have emotional baggage. Again, Reggie, every time we were speaking, Reggie keeps saying we are negating or minimizing what the Egyptians did. No, Reggie, you are doing that by using words like the science of their time. So, Reggie, they had cars of their time. The chariot was the cars of their time. They had horsepower, right? 4 and 6 horsepower, right? This is how ignorant you sound, bro. I'm sorry. I'm done with the jokes. Gloves off. You went there, Reggie, with me. And you know why I've always walked, like treated you because I know you ain't really capable of. You're not ready. But you have this status in the community, and it's not my job to shoot you down. But since you the big dog, Reggie, and they ain't got room for two big dogs, you got to go. Your days are done because you ain't got no more room here. I'm gonna show you that who's a real big dog. I'm a bully. You done.
Yeah, he gotta teach Kimmy, yo. He gotta get out. He gotta get out of science, yo. Yeah, he gotta go back and fresh up on some of his textbooks. You know what I'm saying, Anthony? He gotta grab his old textbooks, brush the dust off them joints.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gotta get completely away from Dr. Ben and all them and all that. He got the Diops. He gotta slide them over, yo, and go to his local bookstore and get some damn textbooks. Go to the city college. Go to the college thing and go ahead and get some books on science and technology. And that's what he got to do, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's out the conversation. He threw himself out the conversation. I'm not even sure if it's even worth a response. We're gonna give him tomorrow though, because he earned that. He earned that licking tomorrow. He earned that. But I'm not, really, yo, I know that the friendship gonna be shaky. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna swear I did something. You know what I mean? Which I didn't. You know what I mean? And maybe I could consider who I talk to and not talk to. You know what I'm saying? Hate to say it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I gave him too much credit.
Yeah, I've been
He wasn't who I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to think, yo, that maybe he wasn't who I thought. I thought that was Brother Reggie. I thought he was next up.
Well, maybe he had a relapse, dog. He just relapsed.
Verse. Okay. He's on Late Night with King's Monologue. Isn't these all the pseudos we
he hang around. I don't know. He hangs around. I don't know. You know how I say pseudos stick together? You sure?
I think he just relapsed, dog. His brain kind of glitched on him, like Van said.
No, Reggie up late night, being the star on King's Monologue. Reggie has infected the community with Camiverse. He continuously insists on bringing these flame flammers around. He is structurally undermining everything that the PK has stood for. So it is over for Reggie. He finally stepped into an arena where I'm the big dog. And when you step in my arena after I crush you, it's over.
Camiverse show is a pseudo sophisticated, yo. Man, this man made a video talking about something crazy, yo. What was that last video he did, Cedric? Hold on, yo. Remember, yo? He just made a video about us, yo.
Oh, I gotta go see that one. Hold
on, yo. Watch this, Camly. What is the K?
Camiverse, K-A-M.
Verse. Hold on, yo. Look. Man, I just had to shake my head. Camverse? No, what is it?
Camiverse, K-A-M-I-V-E-R-S-E.
All right, hold on, yo. Watch this, yo. You're gonna say, man. Thought I had it on there. That ain't it? K-A-M-I-V-E-R-S-E, right?
Mm-hmm.
That ain't
it. Camiverse, yeah. K-A-M-I-V-E-R-S-E.
K-A-M-I-V-E-R-S-E.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, yo, watch this, yo. That's gonna be the most incredible thing. You're gonna say, huh? Let's see it, yo. Somebody put the link for his channel, yo. I'm gonna show y'all, yo. Seriously. Hold on. Wait a minute. It was something we was talking about, yo. He took the whole thing and killed it. That's what they do to us, yo. That's his friends, yo. His friends meaningfully attacked us, yo. Does anybody got that man channel, man? I know somebody got the dead on channel.
J-Verse. Let me see if I can find it. I'll be right back.
Hold on, Anthony. Look at this, yo. Hold on. Let me get this. I'll put Egypt Black. See, that'll pop up. Yeah, y'all gonna say what? Yeah, we have you all the while. Yeah. I mean, they be running around here wild down. Oh, I got it. Got it. It's a J, Kamji. Watch this, yo.
You
Yeah,
found it? Yeah.
Yeah, he brought the pseudo in here, yo.
He brought him in. From day one, I said, nah, he's pseudo. What bread you bringing the pseudo around?
Damn, man, he just did a whole video on some silly shit. Hold on, man. Goddamn, where's that at, yo? The indigenous Mexicans. Oh, on the monkey joint, yo. Yo. Here you go.
He's scamming El Negro too? Oh my
Hey, yo.
Nah.
Man, what you talking about? Look. Look, yo. Like, is we doing this, yo? Look, yo, is we really doing this? Look. Look, this is what we really doing. Look. Look. Yo, you really, and this Reggie man right here, yo. This we use to attack us on the slide, yo. He played this game. Look. Right here, yo. Look at this, yo. Look. Look at him.
Man. Many of you know Africanists, they refer, particularly when it comes to Monument F. Monument F, which is called El Negro by most preeminent Mexican scholars and curators.
Nah, you stop. You made that up. They don't. Straight lie right off the bat. Hear the lie right off the bat, yo? The right off the bat lie.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Straight off the top.
Straight off the bat, yo. Look.
They refer to Monument F as a black man. But many of
what? Did you hit? Anthony, where the hell is Anthony at when you need Anthony? Did you what?
First of all,
did you hear this man? How that man said that just now, yo?
Yeah,
prominent scholars call it Monument F, yo.
El Negro is the local name.
Locals say that because it's the black. Look at this. Look. This Reggie man. Look.
The Panos, that's the Pan-Africanist in name only. You know, a lot of the racist, a lot of the people who are denialist when it comes to the myriad of evidence, primary documentation, showing evidence of Africans, you know, in America prior to Columbus. They are hell-bent on denying this. And they will call something that looks so unmistakably like an African a monkey, because you can't show prominent, you know, modern indigenous Americans who look like Monument F.
All that to get that off?
Dun, 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 dun,
dun, dun.
Leadership on steroids, dog.
Scamming, lying, appeal to emotion.
Yeah. Look at the All-Mac kid. Look at that right there, yo. Like, what is he doing? Look at that. Look at that man, the dinker he got next to the All-Mac kid. Look. Camniverse. Dr. J.L. Bennett notes that ecological what? Isomorphisms between the All-Mac Gulf and the Red Earth-born primary, both local tubals. Oh man, yo.
Nah, that look like a yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, that's Camniverse. Yeah, I can't accept that, yo.
Yeah, that's wild, dog.
Yeah,
so when I say the things I say, I don't say them in a vacuum. I've been watching, and Reggie's been trying to undermine everything we stand for the longest while. He's the type of friend that comes around with a knife in his hand, trying to stab you in the back. That's why I'm gonna punch you in the mouth.
What? You punch him in the mouth? You don't mean physically?
No, not literally. But he's around smiling, but he's trying to undermine everything we do.
Like
I won't call him a snake. I won't call him a snake.
Look at this, yo. He support this right here. Look at this.
Pseudo.
Yeah, ain't nowhere in the world, yo. He
Look shit in
tripping.
a while, man.
Yeah,
You're
it's
playing
Comedy Show.
blackologist Pseudo.
Comedy Show.
Yeah. Reggie supports that. Reggie brought Camiverse in the community.
Yeah, he support this. I was like, what, yo? Yeah, he
Reggie's
think that's
all
black
smart.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Reggie
this is
all
man.
smiles a couple
Yeah,
of
it's
nights
definitely
ago.
a man. Yeah, it's definitely your man. That's your man. Look,
Reggie all smiles a couple of nights ago on King's Monologue. I wonder
smile.
what he was flim-flamming about. Lying.
Yeah, they was over there making up shit, scamming. For sure. For sure. Look, grabbing all the stat. Look. Man, shit. Look, man. All right. We had fun, man. Man, hit that damn Cash App going out the door. Show some love, man. They playing with us. They funny. Going to bed, man. I can't. That's what they doing.
Disingenuous.
Yeah, that's what they doing.
And you know when Reggie lied, right? He starts squinting his eyes, right? And he starts to, his upper lip curved inside, and he can't finish his sentence, and he starts to, Reggie, you can't even lie properly. Stop it. You're done.
Yeah, he done. Nah. Yeah, yo gotta know the difference between technology and science. Yo, that's a prerequisite for the conversation. Yeah. If y'all in that chat, y'all think that a will is science, yo. Yeah, you ain't. Yeah, come on, you ain't ready for that, man.
Ooh, get out the way. Get out the way. Move.
Ooh.
Get out the way.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. Because it's confusion, yo. Sonic, you are a trip with that folder, yo. That's a wild folder, yo. That's funny, yo. I read that shit. I was crazy. I was like, damn, really? Put content on Pseudos channels. Look, he won't stop. Yo, look, Africans had scientific calendars. Man, damn calendar, no, get out of here. No, wah, wah, wah. Not proto calendars. Deal with it. Stay lost. So we lost.
He done changed from Egyptians to Africans, because in the chat I had to bring up Naphtali. You know, he want the Egyptians to have the first calendar. No, homie. That comes from Naphtali. If that's Egyptians, then you got that. But that was a long time before the Egyptians you talking about, homie. I do know that much.
Yeah, they ain't even Egyptians in Naphtali.
So yeah, I didn't think they were. So deal with that or stay lost. No, it was not the Egyptians.
Yeah, they got the astronomical devices, yo. That's how you make a calendar off of something like that.
There is no proto calendar, but the first calendar, Naphtali, is considered proto science. And that's a fact. Now deal with that, partner.
It sure is. They was predicting. They had prediction. Sure was.
One of the greatest achievements to mankind come from the continent of Africa, and that ain't enough for you. That's crazy.
They gotta get up and go ahead and catch the space station.
Man, that's crazy, man.
They gotta get the space. They gotta catch the thing to the shuttle, the space shuttle, and get on the space station with their things on, with their little half. You know, they wore the outfits back in the day. They gotta get that and get up there like this.
Yeah, because they're gonna use the arrow and the science from the arrows, right? And they're gonna shoot their way up there.
Boom! Look, you gonna take the arrow, look, and connect it to one of them, tie a string around one of the Nubians, and not the tie a string around, and they get the whole tribe. They make a big giant bow, and they get the whole tribe and they stand behind. They all pull it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. And they let it go. And the boat young right and the arrow go off. And all of a sudden they pull it and pull a new. Hey, that's science, my man.
Experimentation.
Experimentation. Hell no.
What is a scientific
calendar? Fact that they buy feet.
I'm trying to understand how a calendar becomes science.
What the hell is a scientific calendar?
I ain't never had no scientific. This is a scientific calendar.
Observation, right? And documentation of the heavenly bodies, so you create and you monitor time. How is that science? Where's the science? What's
the science? You can't say no, man. Calendar ain't no scientific calendar. You tripping, yo? You know how long they had calendars, though? You tripping, yo? Get out of here, yo.
What's a scientific calendar?
Yeah, you tripping, yo. Wow. Hey, man, come on, yo. I know you can read, yo. Come on, bro.
So January is the month of the atom. February is proton. All
right, man, you got me there sleeping, yo.
Yeah, he making my Kool-Aid taste sour, dog.
Yeah, you messed up my day, James. We was doing good, yo. Yeah, you just trying to force a square peg and a round. Like, come on, all right, man. Enough of that. You ain't got up here to gave no verifiable nothing, man. You just talking. Yeah, you know what? Okay, after today's conversation, I realized you're actually incapable. Yeah, your biases won't allow you to see. You like humans, or they couldn't get to it. You know what I'm saying, Anthony? Yeah. They wouldn't let their biases go. Yo, they kept thinking that God or the such and such was making it. They couldn't. It messed up their observation. It messed it up.
Yeah, he did. Doing too much. That's what he doing. It's crazy.
It's way too much. Like, you just overdoing it for nothing. Can't read paragraphs.
I don't understand, dog, because we always give our ancient ancestors the props that they are due, but y'all just blow it. Just all that. What's the word I'm looking for? When you,
man, I got a scientific literary buzz, yo. They blow my buzz, yo. I'm over here vibing, yo. This dude messing it up. It stops being proto when you stop guessing. What? No, it stopped being proto when you move the gods out the way, yo. and then develop a whole system that can,
moving the gods out the way creates that whole system. That paradigm shift produces a whole nother spectrum of work. Y'all can't get it though. That's why it's proto. How many times you say the same thing?
You gotta know a calendar is not science, yo.
It stopped being proto when they had sense enough to start questioning themselves.
Yes, thank you very much.
You know what I'm saying?
The best way to say it.
Questioning their own understanding. That's when it stopped being proto, my brother. Because you have to, when you're dealing with real science, you have to deal with the information.
The
data.
You trying to say calendar is science?
Yeah.
Yes, because January is proton, February is ions, March is neutron.
You say the Egyptian calendar is science because they use the solar calendar. You know what I'm saying?
So the sun isn't a natural phenomenon.
Time-keeping technology of a social organization, yo. Come on.
Yes, technology. That's technology. You keep time. That's a tool. It's an instrument. Technology.
And
time, time, day, hour, month, year. It's all time.
It was enhanced, over time. I mean, that was a lot of time from Naphtali to the height of Egypt. Those are
Look,
long
look,
time.
look. A calendar is not science in itself, but make it accurate calendar depends on scientific or proto-scientific knowledge. There you go.
Yeah.
Just like I said, dog.
That's what he said. You're like, get off of it, man.
Yeah.
What I
Get
said
off
from
of
the
that. What
jump,
is he
man.
on? What is
And
he
who
on?
arguing with that though? That's just the fact though. Way too emotional. I keep saying it. Y'all didn't go through the rigors of academia. Y'all would have learned to shed y'all emotion, leave it at the door. Y'all are not disciplined enough. I don't know what it is because the academia thing isn't an excuse. We are in an environment where everyone over here has a certain level of maturity and they leave their emotions at the door. This is
Yeah.
science. I don't care how you feel.
In ancient societies, calendars were often based on repeated sky observations, but historians usually do not call calendars itself science. They more often call it astronomical knowledge, timekeeping, calendar systems, or in some cases, proto-scientific practices. Yo, damn, what's the problem?
Hey,
Calendar's a tool system. Jesus.
Proto is
everything
a
is
dirty
everything
word.
made a good point.
Let me say.
It just say pre because proto is too technical for them.
Well, all right, go ahead. Pre-sign, all right, pre-signs, yo.
You know, it's kind of like
Make you
school,
feel
dog.
better.
You know, when you send your kids to preschool, it's not school. It's not included in
Trying to
your
get you a little
curriculum
lunch.
to graduate.
Trying to
You
give you
know
a
what
little
I'm
lunch,
saying?
little ABCs there. They ain't gonna give you calculus, huh?
I mean, it's basically a step above daycare.
Your
It's the
daughter,
in
my
between
daughter's
daycare
in
and
preschool.
school.
My daughter's in preschool and she's getting A's on her report card. Okay, what are you talking about?
Bro, I'm just I'm just trying to keep Einstein in mind. You know what I'm saying? Try to explain it to a 6-year-old because it's I
Oh,
don't know, man. It's kind of depressing,
it
dog.
is
I know,
very
yo. I don't know how I do it, yo. I don't know how I do it.
I
Hey,
don't know
James,
what
go
else
ahead and get
to
the
say,
debate,
dude. I
man.
mean,
Hey,
it
man,
is
get one
what
of
it
these.
is. I mean, if you want to apply proto to a calendar, man, knock yourself
Yeah,
out.
knock yourself out. You won. What is it, yo? He beat us down to a level. What he did?
Yeah,
a proto
when you're
calendar.
scientifically literate, they can't drag you down to their level and beat you up with experience.
Yeah,
We
we got
trying
it,
to.
James. We tried, James. Support this debate, James. Hold on, let's support this debate. March 28th, man. $20 donation, yo. Was Jesus a fraud? Was Jesus alive? Morpheus and Apostle, man. 7 o'clock. All right. The next one after that is where the Moors who conquered Spain, black and Negro, $20 donation, man. It's gonna be a tie. All right. I'm picking Morpheus. I'm picking it's a tie. And then I'm going with Seiko against Easy Band. It's the Bible Word of God. All right. There you go. And Seiko gonna be on the channel Sunday. That's gonna be a great interview, man. Yeah, we gotta get out of here, yo. They didn't beat us up today, man. Double showed them. Double showed up, y'all. Y'all know how we doing, man. They running around here clowning. They fun in there, Cedric.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Don't take my kindness for weakness. I will slaughter any one of you Pseudos on any given day. I have no reverence for what you think you are. I just play nice, but I'm not.
Oh man, either with DEFCON Star, Death Star. With Death Star. I ain't
We
doing
ain't, we ain't doing this twice. I am not having this go around with Reggie again. You're done. I'm not doing it twice. It's not entertainment. You are either going to fall in line or you are going to be extinct. Your choice. I ain't playing no more. There ain't no two sides of this coin. There's science and then there's the rest of you fools. You either get with the program or get crushed.
By the program. Program run you over.
High altitude bombers, bro. You ain't seen the missile coming.
Boom. I said boom. Man, it's the Friday show, man. Space Age, Anthony Bogan, Gullah Geechee, Cedric, the whole Pseudo Killer family, man. Man, join the Discord, man. Man. You go out like this, y'all.
Hilltop hustler, Bobby Banger in this bitch. Hilltop hustler, Bobby Banger. Bobby Banger in this bitch, yeah. We click different. Rags to riches, now the whole squad move efficient. Hide the tricks, yeah, we winning. Never slipping. Knowledge hard and it's tight, just like a fitted. Hilltop hustler, Bobby Banger, talk the slickest. Came for the bottom, now my whole style the richest. Hide the sources, got these critics steady quitting. Be a more drill bounce and the bass keep on hitting. Bobby Banger in this bitch. Bobby Banger in this bitch. Hilltop hustler, yeah, you know I'm in this bitch.
Host, Bobby Banger. And with that, we out.